technical part of the meeting, and sorry, this technical part of our business, and it's very important. I would say, for me, I would say this is the most important part. Okay, uh, my name is Ismail, popularly known as the mentor Ismail. Okay, and I'm a member of the academy, of course, and I believe so much in the academy, not because of just because I'm excited. No, well, at the beginning, of course, when you get the right information and you see live testimonials and all that, it gets you excited, right? And after getting excited, what happens? You plug in and you watch what those who get you excited or who are getting you excited, or those who you see and get excited, you watch what they are doing or what they've done or what they did in the past that made them to become whoever they are. And then what do? You copy. That is it. That's the rule. You copy. You don't need to create or invent. You copy. And there's a book called Copycat 101. So you copy exactly what they've done before. Now, and after copying what they've done, or when you start copying them, whatever it is that they are doing or they've done before, the next thing is whatever it is that they've done wrong, you avoid. And how would you know? You listen, you attend events, you listen to them, they tell all the stories, you listen and you see the wrong things they've done, you avoid. And then the ones they do right, what do? You copy, and you copy very hard. The same energy some people use in the examination or, for malpractices, if you put that into this academy, I tell you, you got to go way far, Now, when you do that, there's no way you will not get the results, if not more, at least somewhere around exactly where they've been or what they've gotten from the academy, right? Now, so tonight, we want to do exactly what we sell. What we sell. What do we sell? We sell solutions to financial problems. That's what we sell. We sell skills acquisition that will guarantee you unlimited residual earnings. And when I say residual earnings, I'm talking of a kind of residual effort. Something that you learn becomes part of you and then you feed on for life. Even can pass on to generations. So now for me, I always see that it is important we take it serious, very, very serious. Like the way we all took. So most of us, when we were in schools, or those of us that are still in school, you remember those days, all the nights you burn candles and you do all the stuff. Or those of you that are working a job, most of those inconvenient jobs you get, but you don't have a choice. All of these things, we do a lot of things in life that are not really kind of easy. They are difficult, they are inconvenient, yet we still do them because there's a reason, there's a goal in mind, right? That is exactly what we should do. Now, you see, when people join IM Academy, you enjoy the academy, and you joke with this opportunity, I see such people, like I said in the last meeting, as someone who is given an acres of land. Now, when you're given an acres of land, you can give, let's say, 2 persons or 3 persons acres of land, and then whatever you decide to do, now, the acres of land does not make you rich. But what you do on that land is what makes you rich. If you leave it there and let it grow like a bush, what happens? Of course, you have a bush and there will be no value in that except you're converting the bush to a jungle where you have wild animals, and then you create your own safari in Nigeria where, of course, for back, what do you call it, a tourist attraction. Well, but if you just leave it there, it grows, and then if you turn into a farm, of course, during the harvest, you become rich. If you turn into real estate business, of course, you get rich eventually, right? So whatever you do with the acres of land is up to you. Now, what I'm saying in essence is this: IM Academy, this package you have, whatever it is you are doing right now, we're all the same. We're all having it the same. But what you do with yours is what matters. So that's why I want us to take this night seriously. Of course, it may, of course, not even may, it's going to be weary, it's going to be tiring because it's technical, okay? And if you really, really, really mean the business, because let me tell you, the only way you'll be successful is if you use the products and the products reflecting on you. Now, if you don't use the product, how can you tell the story? Remember, we are in the business of storytelling. When you tell the story right, it attracts more people. When you tell it wrongly, no one is joining. When you tell lies, it even becomes worse. So what do you need to do to prevent all of this, indecent, dishonorable way of building business is by testing the product, use the product, create story for yourself, get testimonials, make profit. Let everything about your talk be about your journey in the academy, and then I tell you, you will never regret. But before I go on, I'd like to emphasize this. So maybe that will command your attention a bit. I've always been saying this, not that I'm saying it to brag, but I just tell you that, oh, okay, I'm telling you today because I live on, like, I've like in this academy, what the product has done to me in terms of money that I've made or that I'm still making, on the trading alone, not that's not to even add to by the time you add the IBO, yeah, you can say, but on the trading alone, that's got me a lot of things. The same trade we take, an idea is thrown out to all of us. In fact, some people can have the app here. Like many of us have the app, we don't even know how to use it, And then while you're wondering what exactly is going on in your app, someone is withdrawing $100, $200, $300, $1,000 and all that. You get. Now, what is the difference between you and the one who is withdrawing and you wondering? The difference between both of you, yes, both words start with letter W. One is withdrawing, the other one is wondering. Well, you can say you're in the same class of letters or the first letter, right? But the difference is one knows exactly why he or she is in the academy, and it's called academy. So there are 3 things you look out for. And I want to tell you this, you can jot this down, and this is where your guiding rules or principles, which I believe you should be looking at, focusing on as your schematics, as your frame of work, or frame of, just look at this as your basic, what do you call it now? Principle, yeah. Number 1, as soon as you come into this academy, be greedy with knowledge. Be greedy. Make sure you try to have it all. Don't even be lazy. Don't always attend session. Like, can you imagine? Okay, you come into this training, and then you see you have to invite. You have to be sending to people on the group, even almost begging them to come and join. It is funny if you pay that kind of money and then you are here, and then I don't know, what do you think we do in IM Academy? To wish ourselves happy birthday or to say, hey, how are you doing? No, you can do that free of charge. But here you paid a lot of money, right? When you pay this money, you come into an academy to learn. That's why they call it an academy. So you learn. First thing is knowledge, 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 knowledge. You cannot joke with it. The difference between the rich guy who is making the same IM Academy, I tell you, one is rich, the other is not. It's the knowledge. You need to be immersed in the knowledge, because without this, you just be wasting time. And the painful part is the app that will make you a millionaire or multi-millionaire or even a billionaire is right in your phone. The data you need is right there, and everything you need is just right with it. You already paid the subscription already. Knowledge. The next thing you need is confidence. Confidence. Now, confidence cannot just come. Of course, that's come from knowledge, which means when you have the knowledge, you have the know-how, you know what you're supposed to focus on, you know what you need to learn. Of course, after learning and all that, you start practicing. And then practice gives you confidence. Practice gives you confidence. Now, talking about confidence, another way of looking at confidence is if you're a trader or you're in the Forex business, and I can guarantee you can find out what I'm trying to tell you, what I'm about to tell you right now. All the richest Forex traders all over the world, I'm talking of the multi-millionaires, I'm talking of guys who make 50,000 USD a day, 100,000 USD a day. They all agree to one fact. And what is that? They said, if you cannot afford to lose, don't do Forex. Because the best way to build confidence is through lessons. And that's why we call it lessons. We don't call it losses, because lessons are things that, like detours, they get you to the right direction. You could be going wrong, and then you have a lesson. What happens? You come the right way. I'll give you an instance. Sometimes people join your academy, people join this academy, and I tell them, hey, I want you to trade this way. Use your 3%. Don't use more than 3%. When you meet your goal, set a goal for your trading, set a daily profit. And then they tell you, yeah, I will do that. And then they start winning trades. Winning can be very disastrous sometimes. Success can be your enemy sometimes, They start winning trades, and before you know it, they start going overboard. And you try to tell them, they don't listen. Until what happened? Boom, they blow their account. Do you notice one thing? The tempo will be slower. Then you see them quiet in the group. When they are quiet, that's when I eat. That's when I strike. I go close to them. Now I know that now you've learned, because I know when you are quiet, you have probably learned. And then I'll start telling them, hey, do you enjoy the experience? Of course, nobody enjoys such experience. Now the question is, how long do you want to be blowing your account? There's no rank, of course. Maybe you want to become the chairman of Blowers Association. I don't know. But then, so talking about confidence. Confidence comes, number one, from knowledge, because when you learn, you practice. Then the best part of the confidence is when you have it in mind, zero your mind that, hey, in Forex trading, there must be losses. But what we are looking for is not whether you win all the time or you lose all the time. What we're looking for is balance. We're looking for a better average, which means, according to professionals out there, people who have made so much, they tell you 60% is a very good, fantastic number. If you have 60% win, but guess what? In IM Academy, I can tell you categorically, which a lot of you would have testified to. Some of you may have seen some of the videos I've made on analysis of the academic apps and how much wins we get in a particular week, particular month. And personally, my own personal trades, the one I did last year, talking about 6 figures. At least I showed both my losses and my gain. And then after deducting all the losses and all that, I still had 6 figures, So meaning, we're not talking about, not that you will not lose, but then the question is, are you going to be in profit? So meaning you can be losing and still be profitable, like you are profiting. Meaning when you deduct all the losses, you are still having more profit. If I start with $10 and I lose like $30, then when I check my balance, I'm having $90. I'm still in profit of $80. Hey, that's how it's supposed to be. But the only way that will happen is if we do the last one now, which I'm going to tell you. Remember, I've told you about knowledge. The second one is confidence. The last one is discipline. There's no way you can overemphasize that. As a matter of fact, that should be the middle name of everybody. So if your name is, what name I'm going to use now? Okay, if your name is Emanuela Uja now, it should be Emanuela Discipline Uja. I'm telling you, you cannot see the gap, the barrier, the stronghold, the obstacle between you and your big success, which I guarantee you can happen in the next 3 months or 4 months maximum. These 90 days can change your life for life. I'm going to show you how. It's going to change your life for life. Can do everything you want. Your dreams, those things you have at the back of your mind, those things you want to achieve, where you want to go, where you want to travel to, foundations you want to invest in, things you want to do. You want to be invisible. You want to be flying. You want to be Superman, Superwoman. You want to be able to live where you want to live, when you want to live. You want to be able to buy what you want to buy, when you want to buy. You want to be able to eat what you want to eat, when you want to eat. You want to be indomitable. You want to create your own personal economy. You don't want to be affected by what is going on in the world. Even if there's recession, it doesn't concern you because you've got control of your own life. You want to have the remote control. I tell you all these things I said. I just told you now, they are good things to have, isn't it? But before you can have all these things, you have to become disciplined. I'm telling you, I am a victim of such, come on. Well, I told you about how much I've made, but if I tell you how much I've blown in the past, though not equal to how much I've made, because of my lack of discipline, greed, sometimes, Can you imagine? There was a time, I'm sorry, this is an intro. I want to open your mind. I want to know, because there's no point in me talking when people are not really understanding. We're not on the same frame of mind. Your mindsets first need to be touched, okay? So there was a time I was on trade of, I think it was gold USD, okay? Can you imagine? $1,000, of course, which I started with $500. It was $1,000 or 1,000 plus, sorry, $1,600 or something like that. I took that money on a day, on a Friday, from 1,600 to 4,740. Isn't that great? Isn't that enough? As a matter of fact, it's actually too much. Well, there's nothing that is too much. I want more if I could, but then that was a good one. Superb. Could have been the best day in that month or maybe that week. But what did I do? I had 4,740 and I was thinking, let me make this 5,000. And then I went again. Guess what? I came back and I saw zero. You can imagine. So things like this, at the end of the day, who do you blame? You blame everybody except yourself. You blame the academic. You blame who brought you. You blame everything. You blame the subscription fee. You just gotta keep blaming, but except yourself, right? Now, guys, in order to round up all these things, so remember the 3 things you need to form your basic frame, your principle in this academy for you to really succeed is: number 1, knowledge. Number 2, confidence. Number 3, discipline. Be disciplined. Let that be your boss. Act like you have a boss who is watching over you. You get queried, you get sacked, you get retrenched. Your salary can get slashed if you make mistake and you deviate from the rules, instructions. All the educators, they tell you these instructions, right? Now, so guys, tonight we're going to be having fun. I will try as much as possible. But there, I'll be having a kind of a little challenge, which I believe you will help me out. Now, what is the challenge? It's technical, right? It will make sense if I'm the one, like I'm the one making things happen from my end. I would like one of you to volunteer to share their screen, especially someone who has a PC.
If you're using a PC, fine, that would be better. But if not, even if it's phone, is okay. I need someone who can share their screen, because tonight we're going to be talking or touching three things, but the first and the second, I'll be very brief with them so we can get to the last one, which is the strategy. Okay? Which is the strategy. And what I'm telling you, before I did this seminar, when Coach Manuela told me, well, actually, she told me way before now. And I told her, I said, see, you know what I want to do? Because people are very funny. People don't respect your story. People don't respect your name. They don't respect anything. They only respect results. The only reason people will clap for you or say anything or listen to you is when you have results, right? Now, do you know the best way to have results? Now, there are two types of results. The first one is you have your own personal results, but that can be boring after a time, where you keep talking about your own result every now and then. It's like you are the only one. Then everybody feels, well, I think it's made for people like you, right? But the best one, the most matured result is when you share the testimonials of those, your mentees you bring in, and the ones you bring in within a space of maybe 1 month, or the one you mentor within a space of 1 week, 2 weeks, that's when it makes sense. I tell you, do you know what I do most times to get people signed up with my team? I share the stories of my mentees. I don't even share mine. I just talk about, hey, and I share conversations. I don't even share results alone. When you share results, sometimes people say, maybe you can, people do that a lot. I've seen our result in IM Academy being used by another fake Ponzi Forex company, parading it as their result. So that day I got ashamed of myself. I said, oh, Ismail, you've been sharing results all the while. I think people may be thinking the way I'm thinking about this guy right now. That, oh, probably he went to download this draw somewhere. So I moved from just sharing results to making videos of my live trading. When I'm trading, showing my profits, using my voice so they will know that this is my account. Some I'll even put some, Then later on, I thought this is okay, but it's kind of outdated. So I moved to sharing conversations. What kind of conversation now? After working with a mentee and they get results that they desire, and the excitement, because you see the excitement in the message when they chat to you on WhatsApp. Oh, thank you very much. All those stuff. I made so amount of money today. So what I do, I screen record this kind of messages. I put a very good, motivating, captivating, timely, contextual song to it, or maybe message to it, and I push it on social media, and then people are like, wow, I like to. So what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say story sells more, especially stories of people you have helped created their own stories, right? So that's what I want to do tonight. So please, I need someone. I'm talking too long now. It's supposed to be technical, right? So I need someone. Anyone, please. I need a volunteer. Let me see. If you're here, you're ready, you can help us by sharing your screen. Anyone? Okay, first of all, I'd like to know if I'm alone or I'm traveling with people, because that would be a shame if my airline is flying a plane and I'm the captain and other passengers, who am I going to be reading the announcement to? So please, if you are here and you're hearing me and you can hear me loud and clear, can you put a 1 to the chat box? Can I just see you put a 1? Let me know if I'm with people. All right, 1. Thank you. I want to see everyone that is here, because I don't want to leave anyone behind. Really, you don't want to be left behind. Put a 1, put a 1, put a 1. All right, I have just few persons. Is that right? Okay. Because we are over 30. All right, good. Oh, thank you, Esther. She's sharing her screen already. God bless you, Esther. So now, thank you for doing that. Now, quickly, before we go on, Esther, I'd like you to do something for everyone. So I know many of you may have seen this before, okay? But it's not bad. I will keep saying it. We keep doing it every now and then, because that's what you need. It is real, okay? Now, we'll start from something. Why do we want this 90 days game plan? Why is it very important to us? I tell you, it's the only thing, not even one of the most important things. It's the only thing that you need, like the key that will open the door to your possibilities. You become unstoppable the moment you're able to break this boundary. How would you love if only 4 months is all you need to become everything you want to become in your life? All you need is just 4 months of hard work. Now, tell me, how would you love such if that's all you need? Would it be cool by you if that's all you need to become everything you want to become in life? Or not? Yes, good. All right. So that is exactly what the 90 days thing is. This is how Satan works actually. Do all it takes. That's exactly the word. Do everything it takes. You see how Satan works, or the devil, you see how he works? It doesn't really have power. He whispers ideas and stupid suggestions to us, and then the easiest way to succeed, is actually things that you never look at or things that you usually underrate, right? Good. Now you see a lot of people will be running around, how to make money, how to make money, but how to make money is already here. All you need is just 4 months to prove it right. Now, what I want to tell you, or what I want to share tonight, I want to say this, and I'm putting my name and my integrity to it. If only you do what we ask you to do. And what I'm saying is, if you can just give us this 4 months, when I say 4 months, 90 days is a 90 business days. It can kind of, I think it extends into the 4th month, Now, if you give all this 4th month to this program and you remain the same financially, attitude-wise, discipline-wise, knowledge-wise, skills-wise, then shame on me. Not even the academy now, because I'm representing the academy as I speak right now, isn't it? Then shame on me. If only you can, because a lot of things will come your way to stop you, distract you. I tell you, anger, mistakes, temptation to go into, like, blowing your accounts, want to do more. Many things will come your way, I tell you, and this has been happening. That's why it's like it's like a race that you only see people getting to the finishing line. I don't know if you heard the story of the frog. How many of you heard the story before? The frog, and then other animals running a race, a marathon race. And then at the end of the day, a lot of the eventually they fail by the wayside. They didn't even get to the finish line. I said this particular frog. Was it a frog or tortoise? I can't even remember. And then it got to the finishing line. And then when the what's it called, got to the finishing line, it was interviewed that, of course, these are fables, right? Interviewed, how did you do it? Because every other person has stopped. You were the only one running. Guess what? Actually a deaf frog. As in deaf, not even hearing anything anyone was saying. So the only thing the frog saw was the start, the race, and then nothing. No, because the frog was deaf. All the things people were saying that don't go. So people started getting discouraged, started dropping by the wayside, except this frog, because the frog was deaf. And that deafness actually led to the greatness. So sometimes in life it's good to be deaf. Sometimes in life it's good to be blind. Sometimes in life it's good to be foolish. I'm telling you, foolishly successful. I'm telling you why. If you're deaf to things that are negative, things that will bring you backwards, if you're blind to seeing things that will, and I think it's okay, so long you get to where you're going, isn't it? So now, quickly, there are 3 things we want to focus on that will make you succeed in this 90 days game plan. Now, remember, I said knowledge, confidence, and discipline. Now, area of knowledge is where we want to come in now. There are 3 things you need. You don't need too much. You don't even need to know too much. In fact, let me tell you the truth. The simpler you make these things easy for yourself, the better. Sometimes people make mistakes. They join the academy. They want to learn all the strategies. I laugh. Sometimes we do, like, most of us are used to this academic style where you try to impress everybody. Let's when you're in the science class and then you have big about bio those days, you have all this chemistry, you have the physics, you have all the formula in your head. You want the teacher to like you, so you know all the things, you know all the formulas, you go ahead. All those things are good, but when you're in the 4 walls of a normal conventional school, right? But when it comes to reality, you only need what will take you forward, practicals. See, if it is A that will take you forward, A, it's okay. You don't need to know A to Z. You get? So now, to keep it simple, we need 3 things. What are those 3 things? Number 1, you need to know how to take ideas from swipe option, because it's assumed that most of us on this call tonight, we all came in through TBX, and which of course I will recommend, because at least, not because it's the best, of course, we know the best is elite, but then for a beginner, it's good to start from that area. So at least you learn gradually, because when you have too many things, you get confused and then you get tired. TBX, right? So now, talking about swipe option, is the first thing you need to learn how to take trade from. This is one of our apps, which of course, when we get trade ideas from our educators, we know how they think. They send the ideas that they are going to be taking for themselves, for their personal trades too. So you get there, you take those trades, you copy exactly what they are doing, and then you use and then you make money. The second thing you need to learn is your broker, how to monitor, how to put to copy those trades in your broker. Okay. Now, if you use IQSense or Forex, those are the 2 major, the most popular ones anyway that we use, especially here in the academy, right? So how to navigate around this is very important. How to make use of them is important. How to use the timing, and then how to avoid some areas that you don't need to go, like copy trading, traders contest. All these areas are things that people touch, and then before you know, you put in your money, you log in the next day, and then you see zero. Okay, that's second. Third, strategy. Now, that is very important. I think that is where a lot of people are not really focusing. And then there's a lot of things I'll share with you tonight if you know the strategy, okay? Quickly, let's get into it. Now, who's sharing the screen again? Now, go to the swipe option. I'm going to be brief about those ones so we can get to the strategy, okay? Now, the swipe option is an app. Now, if you have the swipe option, no, sorry, no, don't let me ask if you have, because I know a lot of people do have it. If you don't have the swipe option on your phone or the app, if you have never had it before or you don't have it at all, can you please put a 2 to the chat box? Who's sharing the screen? Grace, are you still there? If you don't have the swipe option at all, or you've never launched it, okay. Oh yeah, you are new, right? Of course. Who else? So it is assumed all the 55, or let's say 54, of course, or maybe 53, minus myself and the person who just did the 2. We all have the swipe option, so that's good. It makes my job easier, okay? Now, who is sharing the screen? Grace, are you still there? Can anyone share the screen, please? Very important. Because of time, I don't want anyone missing out from this training, because you know how people are. By the time it's getting longer, before you know it, you start seeing people leaving. But you shouldn't do that to yourself. That would be cheating yourself, right? All right. Can you go to swipe option, please? Swipe option is one of the apps which we call money apps anyway. Those are the names we give to those apps. Since they give us money, they fetch us money, right? So this is the app, one of the apps which we use in the academy. Now, this one is basically for our TBX binary trading. I will explain what this means, time-based trading. Now, when it comes to Forex, there are 2 arms of Forex, actually. One is the one that is based on time and direction. I will explain. The other one is based on direction, and then the difference between where you enter and then where you want to exit the trade. And I will explain, like I said. Now, starting with the first one, in normal Forex trading, you see, is a kind of trade whereby you enter, okay, you want to trade currencies. Now, there's a particular price you come in. Let's say you come in, let's say you want to buy a currency and you expect that currency to go up, okay, after you must have purchased the currency, right? Now, the price at which you come in is very important. So let's say you buy at 100 Naira. I'm just using Naira. Okay, let me use 100 as a number. No Naira, no currency at all. Let's say you come in at 100, okay? Now, the moment you come in at 100, you expect such currency to go to like 500, isn't it? So on the normal Forex, if it goes to 500, your profit will be based on the distance between the amount you entered and the amount you close the trade or you exit the trade, which is 400, right? So your profit will be based on that 400 difference between 100 and 500. So it doesn't matter. It can be 1 hour, it can be 2 days, it can be 1 day, it can be 15 minutes, it can be 30. The time doesn't matter. What matters is whenever it gets to that particular point, your profit will be calculated based on the difference. So which 100 minus 500, the remaining, of course, your profit will be calculated based on that, depending on your account size. Don't let us go deeper than that. That is for normal Forex. Now, the one we are doing now is called time-based trading, Forex, of course. Now, that is based on time. Now, what does that mean? That means same Forex. So this time around, you are coming in at 100, but your goal is not really how far. Your goal is so long the price is above 100, because you are buying and you expect it to go up. So long the price is above 100, within the time you set for it. So this time around, you're going to be setting time. Maybe you set 5 minutes. Make sure that the price stays above until the end of that 5 minutes. If it's 15 minutes, you are saying that, hey, I want to go into this trade and my job is to go into it for a buy. I'm expecting it to go up. My prediction is I want this particular currency to go up. And to go up for how long? For within this time. Now, if that happens that way, you win that trade. But if it happens the other way, then it becomes a lesson. Now, for those of you who are new, when we say lesson means losses. Like maybe you lose the trade, you didn't make money, okay, on the trade. But we call it lessons because you learn. That makes you get better, okay? Now, that is that. So now, Swipe Option is an app that gives the trade ideas. which you know, the educators now, I'll tell you why they need this app was made. I'll tell you. Now, of course, it was realized that, of course, we have sessions where educators will come, share knowledge with you, and then also take the trades, of course, mostly winning trades. So meaning they share knowledge with you, and then also they will show you how they take their trades, how they win their trades, and how they make profit. And in showing you, you copy the same thing they do. As they make profit on their personal account, you make profit as well, because you are copying exactly what they are doing on that live session. Now, this happens based on timetables, based on time zones as well. You know, sometimes some time zones may not favor the time you have for such learning. You get, or maybe the timetable may not cut out with your own personal program. So for a long time, a lot of people miss out from sessions because maybe they're at work and they can't stay for 1 hour on a particular session and all that. So the academy thought of it that, okay, what can we do to make it easier also for people who have very lesser time? You know, most people like that, they watch recorded sessions, which you can always watch and learn. But then what about taking trades? You miss out on taking trades and making money, right? So in order to prevent that, this app was created. So now what happens is all the beautiful educators, smart, intelligent, rich, you know, educators that we have, you know, these guys are good with what they do. So they all come together. Anytime they see a good idea, they send to this app. And when you get notification, you just go to the app and take the trades according to their instructions, and boom, you always have like 80%, 70 to 80% win rate every now and then. Okay. So that's what the swipe option app is for. Okay. Now, how do you take trades from this option, or what does it look like? How does it work? Now, as you see, normally when you receive a notification on your phone and you touch that notification, this is where it brings you. It takes you to this part. Now, for example, what do we have here? We have AUD USD. AUD USD is a pair, right? We are talking about Australian dollar versus USD, United States dollars. Now, this means they are saying that for AUD, if you are going to convert AUD to USD, how much will it be, first of all? And the moment you know the price presently, they are now predicting that this price that you know will soon go up any moment from now. But for you to profit from this rise, what do? You need to position yourself to be able to buy more of Australian dollar at that particular level, hoping that it will go up. When it goes up, what happens? You make profit, right? So I'll make it easy, just like Naira and dollar for those of us in Nigeria right now. You see, lately it went as far as $700, 700 Naira per dollar, right? So imagine those who bought the dollar when it was 500. Knowing that it's coming to 700, such people make profit of 200 on every dollar they buy, right? Now, what happened yesterday, I think the day before yesterday, about 2 days ago, there was a sharp drop, just a little, okay, no, not too much, but some little drop from 700 to about 650 or there, about 670. Okay, now that drop will affect those who probably bought at 700. Do you get? Now, we as Forex trader, we always know all this before it happens, and that's why we make money. So we always position ourselves. So positioning is knowing the direction the currency will go before it even happens. So you can be able to what? Flow with the trend and go in that direction and make more money. Now, when you want to check this out now, so this is they've sent the trade idea to you and you want to know the details. So you can take the instructions and know how to enter the trade in your broker. So what do? You open this trade. Now, to open this trade, there are 3 ways to do it. Number one, either you slide right, or you click on new idea, or you click on the pass mark in the blue circle. Either one of the 3 will open the trade so you can take the details of the instructions. Now, Grace, can you do that for us? Choose anyone. Just choose any one of the 3 I just mentioned. Anyone you like. Good. She's swiping right. And what do we have? We have the full instructions. So what is the instruction, or what are the instructions? Number one, it is a AUD USD. So which means when you get to your broker, first thing you want to look out for is AUD USD. Now, what kind of order are we looking at? The type of order is called call. Call means, now if you have your pen, you need to write, for those of you who are new to this, okay? Now, another name for call means buy. Another name for it means bearish. Okay, bearish, like beer, not beer like beer, like the drink. I mean, the beer, the animal, BEAR, beer. So when you say bearish now, like an adjective this time around, okay? So bearish, that is, bullish Forgive me. Yeah, bullish. Thank you. Sorry, forgive me. Huh? Now let me rephrase again so you not make that mistake. Sorry. Okay, I don't want to mislead you again. Now, call, another name for it is buy. Another name for it is bullish. Bullish. That's buy. Okay, bullish. That's bull. Of course, a bull, still an animal, right? Then the adjective is bullish. Sorry. Okay, bullish, bullish. Those are the names that you look out for. Okay, as long as this type of trade is concerned, either they call it call, buy, or bullish. Okay. Now the opposite of this one is short, which was the one that was the mistake I was making. Out. The opposite one is short. Sorry, and put. Call is the buy, which is another name for it is what, bullish. Then the next one is put, which is the opposite of call. So either you call or you put. Now put means you expect the price to go down, which means you are selling. Call is buying. Put is what, selling. And another name for that is bearish, which is the bear. Like I said from the beginning. Okay. So we have call or buy or bullish, and we have short put or sell or bearish. Now, but here now the instruction is saying call, which means we are buying. Okay, by the swipe option team. Those are the people sending it. Now, can you scroll down a bit, Grace? Now, you see what we call time frame. What is time frame? You see the time frame there is saying M5, which is 5 minutes. Now, I'll explain what time frame is. When you want to trade or you want to buy this currency, or you expect this currency to go up, okay? Now, before you can make that judgment, before you can, thank you very much, Sandra. Now, before you can arrive at that conclusion, you must have done some analysis. It's not a gamble, we don't gamble in Forex. In real Forex, we don't gamble. We do some analysis, like putting a lot of data before we can arrive at the conclusion, whether the currency will go up in the next few minutes or it will come down. Now, those analyses, before you do them, you will choose what time frame. And time frame here means interval. Okay? So, for example, there is a business transaction between Australia and United States. And you know that Australia, they have Australian dollars. United States have their United States dollars, right? Now, you as a person who is studying these transactions, you want to know, based on the transactions they are doing, what will happen to the currency in the next few minutes. Now, you have to choose, when you say what will happen to the currency, are you saying transaction done in 1 hour or in 30 minutes or in 15 minutes or in 5 minutes or in 1 day? You need to decide which one you are studying. So in this case now, the transaction interval is 5 minutes. That's what we call time frame, which means you expect this price to go up between this time and the next 5 minutes. Okay? So that is what time frame is. Now, the next one you have there is expiration time. Now, which means this is the time which you as a trader, you put on your trade. You expect to close the trade and make your profits. So when you want to come in to take your trade, when you want to come in for your prediction to happen, you now choose what time you want to use to monitor this trade. So is it in 5 minutes time you want to take your profit? If you win, if it goes your way, or in 10 minutes or 15 minutes time, you decide that on your broker. You understand better when we get to the broker part, okay? So that's the expiration time. So when the time expires, it is expected that your price or the price that you're looking at should be in the direction which you predicted, okay? Now, for potential entry zone, what does that mean? Now, you want to buy something and you expect the price to go up. Now, the question is from where? To go up from where? You need to specify from what point, at which point you want the price to go up. Now, that's where the entry point comes in. So the price you want it to go up from should be specified. Why? Because as soon as you come in at that price which you are looking at, that the price should go up from, right? So that price is what you monitor and you look at. As soon as you see that price, you click on call instruction and then you wait for 5 minutes and hopefully it goes your way, you make your profit. So entry zone are the price at which you come in. So I will use an example. For example, you want to buy, let's say it's Christmas time. Okay, Christmas time is coming, okay? and you know that Christmas happened in December, and you want to buy bags of rice, which you intend to sell in December, right? Now, you know that buying this bag of rice, you like to buy it at a particular price, and you will know the time to buy this price at this price. So let's say they sell rice normally maybe 20,000 naira, a bag of rice. And you know that for you to buy it at that normal rate, you buy it in November. Why? Because you know the moment it's in December, it's going to be 30,000. Now you don't want to buy it at 30. So buying at November at 20,000, you expect the price to start moving up from 20,000, right? Now the 20,000 naira which you buy the bag of rice is what we call the entry price or entry zone. So for every price you predict, you must have a price at which you come in from. So that's what we have as zone 1 and zone 2. Zone 1 and zone 2 is saying you can either come in at 470 or that's 0.69470 or 0.69450. But when it comes to this trade type, we only focus on the last 3 digits. So you focus on 470 or 450. Okay. Now, the last thing you have there is a summary of the total thing which you are looking for. So remember, you are coming here only to copy instructions to your broker. And what is a broker? A broker is a platform where you take your trades, you do the deal and you make your profits. Okay. Now, so they're like the middleman that helps you make these transactions happen. Okay. Now, so what is the instruction again? Buy AUD USD, which means call for 5 minutes and only buy it at a particular price, which is what? Ending with 470 or 450. Now, this is exactly what you come to do as swipe option, to only take trade ideas to your broker. Now, as soon as you do this, you've seen all this information, you copy them, you can put them in the notes, or you can just copy them and then, like that and put them somewhere. Now, the next thing I want to show you on this app before we leave this app, I think there are 2 major important things here that are very important. I want to show you. Can you click on the back arrow, please? On the back arrow. Yes, thank you. Now, when you see trade ideas, you want to be sure if these trade ideas are already done, or maybe, meaning when I say done now, meaning this trade idea have already been taken, and then the result already is already out, and then you want to be sure. So you know why you need to do this, so you don't go into a trade that already been done with, that everybody have already entered and it has already gone to the price and they've all made the money and they've forgotten about the trade, and you now coming into that trade, such may even take your money away on you and go against you. Okay. Now, to prevent that, it's always good to check the status of each of those trades. Okay. So where do you check the status? Grace, can you go to the next icon after the home icon at the bottom there? The one that looked like symbol. The icon that looked like good. So when you go to that part, what does this part tell? What type, or the next thing you are seeing there? It was taken, everything was fine, but later on, so as I was saying, now this, okay, can you hear me now? Is it better? Is it better now? If you can hear me, all right, good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, as I was saying, Thank you. As I was saying, now, so when you see discarded, these are trade ideas that probably were in good condition as at the time they were sent. But later on, the educators now saw that the market has changed or something has changed that will not favor such trade. They quickly send to this part so you can know, so you don't go to that trade. So what do? You ignore that trade, you don't take it. Okay. And the ones that have been done with, probably one, you see if they are one trade already, you don't go near them. The one that have been lost, you don't go near them. But the one that are active, you watch out for them. Okay. So that's what this place is for. So you come here to check the status of all the trade ideas. Okay. Now, I think with this, we're actually done with this app. Okay. Now, if you have any question, you write them down till the end of the seminar. Okay. So you can now ask all those questions. Now, let's proceed to the broker. Grace, can you go to the broker? Go to your demo account. Go to your demo account. Now, this part is where you understand the app better because this is where you are copying all the things you bring from the swipe option. Remember, we are talking about the 90 days game plan and how to make this happen, right? Okay. Yeah, I get that. Okay. What do we do? Anyone with the demo account? Anyone with the demo account that can share? All right, Esther. Meaning, Esther, you have to share your screen. Let me make you. Okay, yeah. Just share your screen. I think Grace has already unshared. Thank you. Thank you very much. Because we have to, for you to understand some of the things that we'll talk about in the broker, we need to take some trades. And now any trade we take now, we're gambling because the market has actually closed. Okay. Oh, thank you. So I would have preferred. Okay, how to get the demo account? Okay. That won't be tonight. You know what we'll do? So we promise we'll do that that's tomorrow, before the end of tomorrow. We'll send it to the group, okay? It's simple actually. Simple, yeah. All right. Okay, any question you'll be asking should be based on this session, okay? For MT4, you have to wait for that session. So we won't confuse the audience, okay? All right. Now, so this is a broker. Oh, I would have preferred the most used, like IQ set of byte Forex, because actually I want to show everyone how we use those ones. Because this, yes, is good, but I don't know how many of us use this. This is a binary option, right? But do you have anyone with the demo for IQ set? Okay, you have IQ set. Okay, please. Okay, good. Yeah. Thank you, Esther. I think we have someone that is having the IQ set here. Okay, that's Oye Messi. Yes, please. Can you share your screen, Messi? Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, Esther. We really appreciate you. So for those of you using IQ Sense or using Vite Forex, we all know that they have the same, what's it called? Same features, okay? The same parameters and almost the same way in everything, almost. So whatever we do here is exactly how we do in Vite Forex. So it's the same. Whatever we do here now, you just look for them on your Vite Forex. It's the same, okay? Hope it's a demo account, right? Because we're going to be trying some, but no problem. Even if it's not, don't worry. I know what to do. Just log in. All right. So when you log into your broker, for those of you who already, you've already funded your account. And if you have not still learned this, so at least these are the things that you'll be seeing when you're eventually ready to fund. Okay.
I want us to be as fast as possible so we can get to the strategy parts and then take questions and then done for the night. Now, when you get to the, I go on, there are two areas you must not come to. There are two things or two areas you must not touch. In fact, they are taboos. They are like devils. Like, I don't know how to put them. They are things that you should not even look at all. And always be careful. Make sure your hand don't touch them. And those are the things you are seeing right here while the app is loading. I think the app is still loading, right? So look at the copy trading contest. Permission to the broker, to this platform, which we trade, that they can take your money anytime and take trades from all their traders on that platform. And you know, most of those traders, I don't think they know anything, because every now and then anybody make any mistake in copying trade or touching that thing, you end up opening your account and then meeting nothing remaining in your account. You get what I'm saying? So that's why don't make that mistake. People have lost so much money doing that mistake. See that copy trading or trader contest, don't go there. It's none of your business, okay? We don't need copy trading from them. We already have where we copy our own trade and we don't need trader contest. We're not doing any contest. We're here to make money and learn the skills, okay? All right. So knowing that, let's log in to this demo account. So you click on the login, iqsend.com, right? That's still your, the demo is supposed to be iqsend.com, right? But the one you just used now is gmail.com. I don't know what you think. Are you good? All right. All right. Now, so guys, when you come to this broker, this thing you want to see is the pairs where you choose. Now, this is a mobile version, okay? The PC version is different, okay? Whether you're using the laptop or the desktop is different. It's kind of bigger, and then the arrangements are kind of way better than this, but this is the mobile version, which is okay too. Now, so when you come to this version, the first thing you look out for is what? Where you have the currency pair. Okay, that's where you input your currency pair. Okay, now, Jennifer, can you go to the currency pair area, which is where you see the Euro USD? Euro USD, that is where you go to. Now, Euro USD. Now, type in what was the pair that we saw before leaving the app? AUD USD. Can you go back to the app? You have the app on your phone, right? Let's go to the app. Go and open the app first of all. I mean the swipe option. Okay, guys, I want you to see how it's been done. Okay, look at, you open the swipe option. The instruction is given, right? AUD CHF for a put. Of course, now guys, remember we're only using this for an example. Okay, this is not the real market because this happened 5:32 this evening, so which has already gone by. But we just want to use it for, like, just to see, so you know how it's done. Okay, so now the instruction is what? AUD CHF. So that's the first thing you pick. Now go to the broker, type in AUD CHF, and then you focus on the expiration time, which is 15 minutes. So you set the time also for 15 minutes. Now let's go to the broker. Let's go to the broker, AUD CHF. It was a one trade, so people that took it won the trade. So go to the broker again, IQSend, back to the broker. So you'll be going back and forth like that. So, you know, you copy the first thing, the AUD CHF. AUD CHF. Now, when you type in AUD CHF, guys, you see it appear, you click on the good. Now, when you finish clicking, always remember to click out of it. Click out. Because as long as that cursor still remains there showing up, that can lead to disaster. Or good. So you click out of it. So that makes it to take that space there. So fine. Now you've done that. The next thing is what? After that is time. You need to set the time. Now, before you set the time, I want to tell you something about the clock. Before you go down, wait, before you go down, let me show you something about the clock. Okay. Now, what you guys can see there now, you see it's starting from 59 and it's counting down. 59 seconds counting down. What does that mean? That means now you can go down now. This is a countdown, right? So now you know why? Because
the default time is always 1 minute. The default time is 1 minute. Okay. Before we go further, Jennifer, I think let's go and convert this to cents, so you won't make a mistake like clicking, because that's the real money there. Go up there. Let's convert it to cent. Now, cent is insignificant. It won't affect anything. Go up. Let me show you something. Go up. Scroll up. Can you hear me? Scroll up. Yes. Now, see where beside that 26 USD, you see there's a symbol there showing dollar and cent, right? No, not there. Don't worry about the timing yet. Go to the top. Leave the timing. Hello, can you hear me? Leave the timing. Oh. Hello? Yes. Convert that to cents. Look at the sign there where you have dollars and cents. That you have dollar sign and C. Sweep there. Good. Yes. Now you see. So the $26 now is now 2,662 cents. So what we'll be using here is 1 cent, which it won't affect your $26 and all that. So let's scroll down. Let's scroll down. Now let's go to timer. Now, as I said before, can you notice this timing? Can we all see the timing? It's showing what? 55 minutes, 55 seconds now, right? 59 seconds counting down, 59 seconds counting down. It's at 54, right? The reason why this is so is because the default time is 1 minute. Now change that into 5 minutes or to 15 minutes. Change it to 15 minutes. Change the 1 minute to 15 minutes. So when you get to the broker, you only pay attention to what? The currency pair, where you change your currency to the one that is being instructed, okay? Then the next thing you pay attention to is the time. Forget the turbo, leave it at turbo, okay? Now that means that is default. Leave it at turbo. It's talking about fast trading, okay? You don't need to touch that. Just go straight to the time is where you adjust according to the instruction, okay? If it's 5 minutes, you use 5 minutes. But because this is saying 15 minutes, so that is why we are using 15 minutes in the time. Now, the moment you use 15 minutes, now go up and see what will happen. Let's go check the timing again. It must have changed. The countdown will have changed, okay? Can you go up, Jennifer? Go back to the clock under the pair. Yes. Now, can you see it now? The countdown is now no more 59 seconds counting down. It's now 15 minutes countdown, right? It's 14:08, 14:07, 6, down like that to keep counting down until it gets to 00. Then it starts all over again from 14:59, right? Now, but there's something which I'm going to share with you now. Now, if you enter this trade, remember they said the trade is supposed to go for 15 minutes, right? Now, if you click on call or put and you enter the trade just like this, the trade will not be up to, your time will not be up to 15 minutes. It will only be exactly the time that you are meeting. So if you are meeting, let's say you take the trade around this time, you will only be spending 13 minutes, 35 seconds. If the time is remaining 4 minutes, as at the time you came in, it will only give you 4 minutes. It will give you 15 minutes. Though on your record, it will write 15 minutes. And do you know why that is? Because of the next thing I'm going to show you now. So can you go down? Go back to the time side. Where you good. Now you have 15 minutes. Leave it at 15 minutes. Now fixed time. See that fixed time? Fixed time, put it on. Now how do you know it's on? When it turns yellow, or when it gets highlighted. When it's highlighted, then it means it's on. Okay. So now the moment you do that, now you see that the time over there we change to normal clock. Now let's go up again. It's no longer going to be a countdown. It's going to be like the normal clock. Now, what that means is this. What is the meaning of fixed time? Fixed time means as soon as you enter your 5 minutes, it will give you exact 5 minutes. So what you see here is this. Let's say you enter the trade right now. The time will be recorded as you enter the trade at 21, 28, 43 seconds. Then 15 minutes will be added to this 28. Okay? So you'll be having 43, meaning the trade idea will be stopping at 43 seconds. Hope you understand that. So anytime you put down there now, so long you put your fixed time on, it will give you that full minute and add it to the present minute. So you always have your full time, not like unlike the other one, which is countdown. That will only give you the time whenever the time you meet, whatever time you meet at the point you enter the trade. Okay. Now that's the difference. So let's now to the next parameter. So we've done the currency pair. We'll check the clock now. I think that's where you put in the amount you are spending. Can you go down? Scroll down. Scroll down. Please remember to write all your questions down, and all questions must be related to what we've taught tonight, okay? Now, amount. Remember, when you are trading, there's a rule, a general rule. So at the time, we'll be rounding up the whole session, okay? Now, the discipline part is you must not use more than 1 to 3% of your account. So whatever amount you have in your account, you calculate the 3%, that's your account balance now. You calculate the 3% of with an account size of 50 USD and they use $10 on every trade. How long will it take that person to blow his or her account? Just 5 times, and that's it. Okay? No, so thou shall not break that rule. That rule is very important. Everybody must only use 3% of whatever it is that is your balance at the top there, top right corner, okay? Now, right now, we have 2,600 and something cents, but we're not using 3% of that. We'll use only 1 cent. So delete the 3 zeros and leave 1. Don't worry, it won't affect your, as in it won't even show at all. You won't even see it next day. But just leave 1 cent. All right. Now, so let's leave 1 cent just for the purpose of this, because we are doing trial. This is like, no, we're not checking analysis. Just want to take the trade so we can learn some other stuff. Okay. Now, what are the other stuff we need to learn? Now we have, when you see the call, remember, you choose call. Now, this is where you do the decision. This is where you make the decision, whether you want to call or you want to put. Now, so far, I like to ask this question, so I won't be like I said, traveling alone. Please, if you are catching at least a bit of this, because it may not be 100%, can you put a 7 to the chat box, please? Let me see a 7 in the chat box if you are understanding at least gradually, of what I've been saying. 7. Thank you. 7, 7. All right, that's good. Good. All right. Good. Now, good. So for those of you who are not really getting it all, maybe you're getting some of it, don't worry. Gradually, you get all of this. It's so easy, simple actually, simple. Okay. Now, so this area now we have the call and the put area. This is where you take out the instructions, the decisions. Good. All right. Now that's good. So a lot of people are actually getting it. Wow. In fact, more than half of the class now. Now this is exciting. So that means I'm not alone. All right. Now, so this part is where you take your decision whether you want to call or put. And according to the instruction, we were asked to call for this order, right? Remember, like I said before, this trade idea already passed. It has happened in the past. We're just using this for example, okay? So now it is said that we should make call. But when are we going to make that call? Remember, the price that was given to us was 6. Can we go back to that? What's it called again? Jennifer, let's go to swipe option and check what price. I know it ends with 470 and 450. Okay, but I want to be sure of the figure before those 3 digits. Okay, 69470. Good. 69470, 69450. Right? Can we go back? No, I think it's no. That's not. It's not. Is it AUD ASD? AUD CHF? AUD CHF. So it's 66. Good. 66324 and 66321. And the idea is put. Okay, we're mixing it up for AUD USD. So guys, the instruction is what? Put, not call. Can we see it now? The instruction on this particular trade that we are using now, AEDCHF, is put, not call. Okay? And the price is 66324, 66321. And then the time is 15 minutes. Okay? Now let's go back to the broker. Let's go back to the broker. That's the IQ cents. 324 and then 326, right? I can't remember what the okay, 324, 321. Is that what you say? Okay, is it loading? Yes, 324. Let's just stick to 324, yeah. Now, okay, let's get to the broker, then we'll continue talking. All right, you have to log in. Sorry. We're logged out. Yeah, 324, 321. Thank you, Asevota, Emmanuel. Thank you. So we are looking out for what? 324, 321 to make a put, not a call this time around, a put, which means we are selling. Remember, put means sell or bearish. All right, switch it to cent. Switch the dollar to cent. Okay, ADCHF. All right, guys, as soon as we're done with this, we go to the strategy, okay? 15 minutes. The time is 15 minutes. Now, I think for the purpose of this trading, we will not be using 15 minutes. I'm sorry. I don't want us to wait that long for a trade to end, okay? So I think you should use 3 minutes. But guys, remember, like I said for the purpose of this trading, because imagine if we take 15 minutes trade, that will take 15 minutes of our time, and we don't have that much time, okay? And since we're not really focused on winning this trade or whatever, just for us to see how to use it, use 5 minutes. So at least we have enough time to show rollover and all those things, because I'm going to be showing you rollover and double up and what they mean, okay? What they mean. All right, go to 5 minutes. Use 5 minutes. Let's use 5 minutes. Change the 3 minutes to 5 minutes. Yes, thank you very much. Now, remember, we are the call or put area. So the 1,000, you can change it to 1. Delete the 3 zeros. Also, when you are putting in your money, always be watchful of the dot sign. That's when you are using dollar. For example, if you are using $1 or $2, you know, it will have 2.00, right? Which means $2, right? Always remember to remove the point, to leave the point, to make sure that the point is there. Because when you don't have the point there, you may be using $2,000 instead of $2. Okay. So Jennifer, can we delete the 3 zeros and leave the 1? Just the 1. We just want to use 1 cent for this. All right, good. Now, remember, according to the instruction, it says that we should do a put, which means we should do a put. We should sell this as soon as we get to 324, okay? Or 321. Now, I want us to understand some logic, okay? There's a logic I want to explain to all of us now. And that logic has to do with call or put. You know, I've had one of our members asking me this question before and say that, why do they say puts and then we tend to go something that, you know, we expect puts, which means sell. We expect the price to go down. So why do we go to the higher price than the current price? And then when it comes to call, we go to the lower price than the current price. Now, you may want to write this down. The question was, why is it that whenever I want to put, we choose the higher price, okay, than the current price? That's the price that is higher than the current price. Like now we have 66231 and want to put, and we're asked to what? To only enter the trade at what? 66324, 66321, which you all know that both prices are higher than the one that we have here now, right? But when it comes to a call, we're always giving a lower one. So when it comes to a call, you'll be given a lower price that is lower to what you are seeing here now. So the person was asking me this question, and then I related it to the person in this way, like just like I talk about the bag of rice. So when you want to buy something, which is, let's start from puts now, since it's puts we are doing. When you want to sell something, right? Would you like to sell it at a higher price so you can have profit, or you sell it at the same price you bought it, or you sell it at a lower price so you can lose some money? Now, if you are selling it at a higher price, if you like to sell it at a higher price, put a 1 to the chart. If you sell it at the middle, at the same price without making any profit, put a 2 to the chart. If you want to sell it below the price, put a 3 to the chart. Good. You see everybody saying 1, which means you'd like to sell at a higher price so you can make more profit. And where is that profit coming from? The difference between the price you bought, okay, and the price you sell. Okay, good. 1, good. So no one is taking 2. No one wants to lose and go for 3, right? That is exactly. So when you want to sell also in this, when it comes to Forex trading, sell, which means puts, right? You like to want to do it from the top, so you can be on the safe side. So as soon as you take your price at the top, you expect it to start dropping. Now, the further it drops, the better for you, right? Now, talking about call, which is buy. How many of us would like to buy things at a very expensive price just for us to sell it at a cheaper price? Now, which would you like? Now, I'm going to give you 2 options on this. To buy at a lower price and then sell at a higher price, or to buy at a higher price and sell at a lower price. So when you're buying now, would you like to buy at an expensive price or at a cheaper price? That's at an expensive price, put a 1. At a cheaper price, put a 2. Cheaper. Good. Now, that is why whenever a call instruction is given, thank you, 2. Whenever a call instruction is given, you are meant to enter the price at a lower price. A call, which means buy, you enter at a lower price. So with this, I believe every one of us know the reason for this, right? Now, good. Thank you, everyone. Now, that is why. So when they give you call, the price they will give you will be lower than the price that it is, that you are seeing at the current price. And when they give you puts, the price they will give you will be higher. So the price they give us for this put now is 321. So meaning don't enter this trade until the price you are seeing in the middle of call and put now get to 0.66324 or 0.66321. Then you enter at that end and you click on put. And when you click on put, what happens? You expect it to go your way. And what is your way now? That is the next thing I want to show you all now in the next 5 minutes. Unfortunately, this price is not even moving. So meaning the market is closed. We're looking at we need a moving price. It has been on 231 for a while. Okay, you know what? For the purpose of just teaching, can you just click put? Let's see what happens. Just click put. Let's assume this is the price they ask us to enter. Good. Now you have to click the put. So the first thing I want to share with us is, let's go to the top. Let's go to the top. Go to the chart. I want you to note something, okay? This is how to monitor your trade, okay? When you click, she has clicked now. Look at it. Now, if possible, can you tap your screen, come to where the arrow is pointing down, that red arrow that is pointing down. If you can just, yes, touch it. If you touch it, we can see, we'll be able to see it. Can you touch that arrow? The market is dead right now, sleeping. That's why we want to see. Yes. Okay, what you do first, first of all, I want you to do something. See where you have this plus and minus at the bottom of the chart. Can you see it? Now that plus is like zooming in to make it bigger, to make the chart bigger. But you need to zoom out so we can see the chart. So use the minus. Tap, keep on tapping the minus. Keep on tapping the minus. Tap the minus. Keep on tapping it. Tap, 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 tap. So it can get smaller. I mean, tap it. It can still get smaller. Okay, is that the end? All right. All right, that's the end. You can't go further than that. Now, I want us to see something. Can you move the screen to the left? Shift it to the left. I mean, shift, no, left. Push it to the left. Good, good. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, okay, it's okay. Now I want us to see something. Can you see that red arrow? I want you to touch that red arrow where you have the price of 6627227. Now, good, thank you. Let us focus on where she's touching now. See that red flag that is pointing towards the downwards, red one. Now that thing you see is showing you exactly the point you came in, which means this is the price you came in. So that line you see now, the red line that you are seeing now, the horizontal red line, is telling you the price. This is the price you entered. Now, hope you understand. The red line we're seeing here now, that is from the left to the right. You see that red line from the left to the right? Where has it gone now? Oh, I don't know. Can you try to minimize the screen by tapping that minus? I think it should be more, it should still go further. So we can see, okay, all right, just go, okay, scroll up, you can see it now, scroll up. I want them to see the line. Can we all see the red line, right? That red line is telling you the price. Now, move it to the left so we can go and see the time. Move it to the left. Now, this line you are seeing now, this line you are seeing at the top, this line you are seeing from left to right, okay? Your price must not pass beyond that line. Your price must stay below that line throughout this time of the trade, which is 5 minutes. Now, can you scroll to the right, push it to the left so we can go to the right? Yes, keep pushing, keep pushing. Yes, it is recorded. All right, stop there. Now, can we see another line now? Now, we see one line that is straight line from left to right, which is horizontal. That is the price, telling you, so showing you where your price is, which means, you see, right now, the price is going beyond your entry price. It must come below for you to win that price. For you to win this trade, this price that is at the top now, at 243, must come down to below 227. Now, on your right now, you now see another broken lines. Can you see the broken lines? Those broken lines represent time. It's telling you that before your trade, before this price get to that broken line, it must come below this red horizontal line. I hope you can get this one now. Jennifer, can you touch this red horizontal line? That's the price line. Good. The price is coming down now towards it. I hope it will be under it before it gets to that line. Because if it doesn't, if it gets to that broken line, which is the time, your 5 minutes expires at that broken line. The moment it gets to that line and still above the red line here, the one from left to right, that is a loss. That will be a lesson. But if it comes down beneath or below this line before it gets to that broken line, then that will be a win. So we are watching. Now, this is how to monitor your trade on the chat. Oh, you've unshared the screen. Okay, yeah, sorry, no, it's me. All right, we have it. So this trade is getting closer to the time now, to the expiry time, and it's still above, and it's not supposed to be. Oh, and if you see a red bubble, that is a loss. If you see a green bubble, that is a win. And it's a loss. You can see that. Now, remember, we don't care whether it's a loss or win, because remember, we only enter this trade just to see how it's done, okay? We didn't analyze, so we're not expecting anything, okay? And the market is even dead, so you can't analyze on the dead market, right? Now, good. So now we've learned that, right? If you understand what I just did now, what we just did now, please, can you put a 2 to the chat box if you really understand what we just did now? You know why this is important? Sometimes when the trade is on, you want to monitor your trade to see if it's going your way. Yes, good. Thank God I have people understanding. 2, okay, good. Jesse, good. Ajayi, yes, good. All right. So meaning I'm not alone. Naomi, yes, good. Akum, yes, thank you. Good Friday, Jonathan. All right. So a lot of people are getting it. So good. Now the next thing we want to look at now, we've seen the chart, right? Another thing that we didn't have enough time to pay attention to that I wanted to show. Okay, okay. All right. Don't worry, you'll see, you understand. Now, another thing I want to point our attention to is what? The time. Okay. You can also check the time. You know, the timeline is broken line. That broken line on the right side. Okay. You can close that red box. I don't even like seeing that red box. You know, red People say it means love until I got to this Forex thing. I started eating that red. Like, I'll prefer the green to be love sign from now on, since it gives me the money. All right. So now what we're saying is this: if you look at that time, at the bottom of this chart now, you see 21, 33, 40, 21, 34, 15, like that. Also, with that, you can monitor the timing. And how do you monitor the timing? The next trade we'll take now, I will go to take us to the next part where we need to learn. Yes, green is good. Yeah, so where we need to learn the roll up and other things. Okay, now with that combined with this, you understand, then we'll understand better. All right, that's the rollover. Yeah, rollover. Now let's take another trade, the same pair. Let's take it for a put. Yes, that's the next thing we want to do now. I probably did not use rollover because I want us to learn from the chart how to monitor the chart first of all. So go down again and click a put, or choose click a put. Yes, let's just use a put for the purpose of click on put for the next 5 minutes. Good. Now this time around we are going down. So scroll down. Now this is exactly where you know what is going on. Now, okay, good. Now, as we've seen, the trade is ongoing now. Now, these are the parameters that you use in taking the trades are being spelled out for you here. So you know exactly what you've done and you know what to expect. And also it helps you to track all your transactions, all the trade ideas you've taken. So you know exactly the details about everything. So what are these details? Number one, can you move to the right? I mean, push the screen to the right so we can see the left. No, push the screen to the right so we can see the left. Good. Now, the first thing you see there is ID. I want us to focus on that ID. That's a trade ID. So, of course, every trade have their serial number. That's the serial number. You don't need that. What you need now, the next one is the asset you entered was what? AUDCHF. So we are on AUDCHF trade, which means Australian dollars versus Swiss francs. Okay, that is what we are on now, right? Now, strike price. What is the meaning of strike price? Strike price is your entry price, the price at which you enter the trade. So she entered the trade at 224. Wow, way lower than the last one. 224. That was the price we entered this trade. Okay. Expiry price. What is the meaning of expiry price? Expiry price means the present time now, the present price now as we speak, where the price is now as we speak. And remember, when you do a put, because the order now is asking what is the order? Is it call or put? We did a put. And remember the rule about put. The put is what? The price must stay below the entry price. Now, what's the entry price again? The strike price. And what's the strike price from what you can see? 224. So the expiry price is talking about the current price now. And what's the current price? 231. As you can see, the current price is above the price, the strike price, which is the price you come in, or you came in from, right? You came in at what? 224. But the present price now is 231, which means it's against you. Now, what do? Now, quickly, remember, you started at what? 21, the start time. Can we look at the start time? Today is 2nd of August, 2022. That's the date at the top. And the bottom is what? The time. You enter the trade at what? 21:35. So we focus on the minutes, not the hour now. So we focus on 35:14. So if you enter the trade at 35:14 and your time is 5 minutes, so you expected to, now can you move to the right now? Meaning shift it to the left. Now, so you expected to stop trading at, the trade will stop at 21:40. So that's 5 minutes, right? But the trade is against you now. How would you know? Remember, you put in 1 cent, 0.01. That's your order size. That's the amount you put in. Payout is showing 0.0, which means the trade is not on your side. So it's 0.0. So what do? Scroll to the right now. I mean, push it to the left. Now, you have two things there. You have number one, you have what we call double up, and you have rollover. Now, what is double up? Double up means you are asking the system to give you another trade position, which means it will deduct another money. You invest another money again for another trade position. But this position now is going to give you exactly everything like the first one, except one thing. Now, it will give you the same time as the first one. So if the first one is remaining 2 minutes, the second trade will remain 2 minutes. Now, can you click on that double up? Click on double up. Click on that times 2. That's double up. Click on it. I want it to be fast so we can get to rollover before the time elapses. Or we should do the rollover first. Can you do the rollover? Which one did you click? The rollover, right? Let me see if oh, you didn't even click any. Oh, can Jennifer really hear me? Jennifer, can you type a 5? Okay, let me even unmute you. I think it is good for. Let me see. Where are you? Can you unmute yourself, Jennifer? I need to be sure you're hearing me because I'll need you for this session. Like now we have to take another. Is that okay? Please, can you type a 1 if you are Jenny's iPhone? Let me see. Okay, is it Mercy or Jennifer? Can you unmute yourself? Okay. Mercy. Okay, all right. Please, what's your, give me your name so I can check it up. Write the name you're using on the, yes, okay, William Mercy. All right, don't worry, I'll look for you. I will meet you. William Mercy. Where's William. Because I need to communicate with you so we can be on the same page. All right, I've seen you. Now you can accept to be unmuted. All right, you're welcome. Thank you. All right. So what I want you to do now, go back to IQ Sense. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you for assisting. Okay, all right. This trade has gone already. So we'll take another put. Don't worry. Take another put. It's a lesson. Or you can take call this time if you like. Okay. Is it at 242? Okay, take a put. Okay, all right. It's okay. Anyone you take is okay. Guys, remember, I want to just learn what do we mean by rollover and double up, okay? Now, this is another trade. This is another trade that we have done. Now, what I want to check now is rollover and the double up, right? So, like I said before, double up. Let's look at what double up means in the real sense. Now, can you click double up? Click on that ×2. That's double up. Now, you see, rollover button is not showing. Okay, good. It's showing now. Now, I want us to notice something. Now, she has done what? A rollover, right? Sorry, a double up. Now, the double up means, look at it. It's copying everything as the first trade from the amount you invested, 0.01. Okay. Now, the payout will be the same, 0.02, 0.02. Now, the time is the same. You get. So, meaning the trade is going to end the same time. 46, 13, right? So, you see, that's why I call it double up. It's doubling the trade for you, meaning it's giving you exactly what you have before. But the only difference now is scroll to the right, scroll to the left, scroll to the left. I mean, push the screen to the right so we can go to the left. I will tell you why. Don't worry. That's a very intelligent question. Now, can we scroll to the left quickly? Mercy, can you hear me, Mercy? Yeah, to the left. Yeah. Okay. Now, the only difference you can see here now is what? If you look at the first one, the strike price is 242. The second one, the strike price is 237. Can you see the difference now? So which means everything is the same. Okay, except for the strike price, meaning the price you enter for double up. Now, why do we need to double up? Someone was asking that question. The reason is this. Sometimes, let's say you enter a call. Let's use it for example now. Mercy, can you just zoom, as in kind of pinch your screen and zoom it to that strike price, just the strike price, so everyone can see it clearly. Or maybe individual can zoom their screen, just touch your screen and bring it closer so you can see the strike price clearly. Now, if you look at the strike price now, it's showing 0.66242, 0.66237. Remember, we are doing call. Can you see the other? The other is call. Call means we are buying. And remember the strategy. When you are buying, you buy at a low price, right? Now, the first time Mercy bought, you understand? Bought the first time it bought 242, it bought it at a very, that's the price it is buying it now. Because call means you expect it to go up from 242, right? Now, instead of going up from 2, and it's coming down to 240, then it now eventually came down to 237. Now, right there, you'll be thinking, oh, this trade may be a loss. Now, in order not to lose just like that, you want to take another entry. So where you are losing the first one, you want to win the second one. So now, instead of going to click a call again, because if you click a call again, do you know what happens? It gives you another extra 5 minutes, which that 5 minutes at the expiry may not go, as it may not be your benefit. At the same time with the first one. In order for that to happen, you just click double up. Now it makes it faster. Instead of you clicking call and monitoring those two trades differently, you only monitor it at once and it gives you the same time of expiry. So that's why we use double up. So double up gives you everything as the same, but it gives you a chance to win the second trade at a lower price, but using the same time. Both trades will go your way and you win both trades. Most times when we use double up, we win all the trades together and it gives you more trade and more profit. I hope you understand that anyway. So you move to the right now. Let's go and check it. Move to the right side. Let's go and check if it's going our way. Of course, it's going our way the way I see it. Okay, now, it's not going our way now. As you can see, both are still in 0-0. Remember, it's not the real market, so it is expected. Or we'll explain again. And for the last time, let's do another one. Let's do just choose one. Do a put. Do a put. Don't worry, it's 1 cent and it's a demo account. Do a put. Can you do a put now? So this time around, we are explaining double up and double up again, okay? And then we are explaining rollover, and that will be the end for the broker, okay? So now, now we have started a trade again, okay? Now this trade was started at can we quickly go to the price? Let me see the price you entered. Go to strike price. Now, for the person who don't understand the double up, I want you to focus now. So the strike price was 245. So we entered a put. So this trade is expected to what? To go below the point we came in. So we entered at 245. Now, presently, the current price now is at 245, right? The current price is at 245. So now you cannot go to the double up part. Okay. Now you don't use double up unless you have a reason to. Right now is in profit because the trade is below the point at which you came in from. Okay. So you don't need to use double up now. The only reason you will need to use double up is if this trade further goes up instead of coming down, it now goes up beyond the price you came in, which is 245. So meaning if the trade now start going to 250, 255, which is beyond the price you came in, that will be a loss, right? Now, when that happens, you click on double up. You see now? Now, but before double up, let's do rollover. Now, go to the right. Quickly, let's go to the right before it changes. Go to the right, Mercy. Mercy, go to the right. Move to the right part, to the rollover. The right, rollover. Now, you see the traders are 251, which is beyond the amount you came in, right? So here now, click on can you move to the rollover side? I want everyone to see it.
I'm there already.
All right. Okay, yeah, click on the rollover. Now, you see what happened now? Now, when you click on the rollover, can you notice the time? Instead of this trade to stop at because it's a 5 minute trade, right? It's supposed to stop at 51 from right. 5 plus 46. That is 51, right? It's ending at 59. How many minutes is this? 15 minutes, right? How many minutes did you use? Can we check the time? The time you used there?
5 minutes.
Really? It's 5 minutes. Okay. And then you did the rollover. Okay, go down. So the rollover is supposed to add more 5 minutes to the time we started. So you started the trade at 20, oh, that's 46, 45. So if you add one more to that, it's supposed to be 5. I think you clicked the rollover twice. But it's okay. So what we have there now is additional, because it's supposed to be 51. It's supposed to be 51. Because if you add 5 minutes, it's supposed to be 5:51. Why is it 59:42? All right. So what we have here now is, so when you click a rollover, it adds extra time to it. So it will add extra 5 minutes to it. And when it adds extra 5 minutes to it, it also increases the order size. It takes 30% addition from your money to increase the amount you risk before. So if you put $1 before, it will be $1.30. But because we are using cents now, so this is insignificant, you know. But at least you see that it has increased from 0.01 to 0.02. You get. Now, rollover is used to extending the time. Now, double up, like I said before, double up is only used when the trade is going against you, like as it is now. If you look at the price now, it's probably above the price you entered. That's why you are seeing the 0.0 on the payout. Now, at this point now, you click on double up. When you click on double up, so you click on double up. So when you click on double up, it will give you second trade at a higher entry. At the entry that it is now, the price that it is now. Can you click on double up? All right, good. So clicking on the double up now, if you notice, the double up is in profit because that is a much higher price than the previous one. But everything will be the same. It will stop at the same time. You understand? This is stopping at 22:03, 22:03.35, and also the second one is stopping at that 22:03.35. Normally, if you are using the normal call, this is supposed to have its own 15 minutes starting from the time that it is now. But instead, it's starting as if it started with the first trade. That's what we mean by double up. Everything will be the same. Double up means everything will be the same except the price with which you entered from. Okay? And as it is now, both are in profit. Now, for you to understand what we're saying, you go to the top. Go to the top, go to the chart and see it. Let's go to the chart. See that you have two trades going on. Now look at the first line of price. So we have the first line of price at 624. That's 245. You entered at 245 and you expect the price to go below 245. And it went up as far as 255. So you did a double up at that 255. Double up gave you a higher price, 255, but expiry the same time, same amount of money, everything same except the price. So that gives you a further better chance of winning at the top. So in case this one at the bottom does not go your way, the one at the top should go your way. That's why we use double up. But like I said before, you know, this market is not the real market. It's just a dead market. This is simulation that you're seeing now. So the prices are just doing like nothing is happening. Okay, so that's why you see it going different ways. You can't really predict because there's no analysis. Nothing is happening, you know. So now, that's the meaning of double up. I hope we all understand double up because we may not win to the end of this trade. 59 minutes, 59. That's enough time to. Can you click double up 3 times? Well, now that's where your risk management comes in. You can, if the 3 times will fall in your 3%. So which means before you can do it 3 times, meaning instead of entering 3% from the beginning, you entered probably 1%, and then 1%, and then 1%. You understand? But if you entered your entire 3, because you know, every trade you do, you must only enter 3% of your account per trade. And a day, you should not lose more than, if at all you are losing, if it's a losing trade, or maybe trade that maybe the day is bad or the market is bad, in a day, you should not lose more than 5% of your total account. So before you do rollover rollover or double up 3 times, you calculate, is it within your 3% or 5%? Maximum is 5% that you can lose a day. That is where the discipline comes in. Now, the moment is more than that, you don't trade again for that day. Now, there's a question here. If the market isn't a dead market, she would have won those trades. Well, if the market wasn't a dead market, we would have done some analysis, and that analysis would have given us more odds of winning the trades. Okay, but because it's a dead market, there's no way you can do analysis on a dead market. You can't analyze a dead market. You understand? Just like you can't check the body temperature of a dead person, or you want to check whether he has a headache or something. You get? So that is why we can't really whether win or so. This is like gambling, just playing around. We're not really doing anything. We are just blind, but for the sake of training, that's why we're using all of this. If the training is going my way, I still double up to make more profits. Yes, but you see, then if it's going your way, there's no need to double up, because the reason you double up is to have higher chances. Because, for example, if you enter at 100 and you expect the trade to go down, and the trade is now going up instead of going down, now that you do double up because you want to enter at the higher price. Then when you are now lucky, after entering the higher price, maybe it goes to like 120, you now enter another one at 120. So you can profit at 120, even if you lose the one at 100. Then most times, the trade will now end up going below that 120 and as well go below 100. I'll give you 2 wins, which gives you more profit. So that's what usually happens. But if a trade is already going your way, let's say you entered at 100 and you expect the price to go down and it's at 95, you don't need to enter double up again because it's going your way. That would be risky, because what if 95 is the farther, or is the lowest it can go? Then you now enter double up at 95. So you now end up losing more money than you gain at the top. You gain at the top, but you lose all at the bottom with more profit, with more money. You get? So you don't do that. All right. I think with that one, we'll go to the strategy. Okay, coach, please, can I know when the price is going against me before I click double up? Can I know when the price is against me? Yes. How you will know is this. I showed you something the other time when I asked Messi to zoom the price, the strike price. So always focus on the strike price and the expiry price. Strike price is the price you entered. Expiry price is the price that is current, the current price as you are on that trade right now. The current price right now. Now, remember the rule of the game. If you are doing a put, the current price must be lower than the price you entered. If you are doing a call, the current price must be higher than the price you entered. So if it's happening the other way around, then it's going against you. So if for example, so if a call now, if it's a call trade that you are doing, and the price is now lower than the price you entered, then that is going against you. So for that, if you are sure of the trade, you may go to rollover and also to a double up. Then if you are doing a put and the price is now higher than the price you entered, that's also going against you, because you need the price to keep coming down from the price you're coming from, right? So that is when you know. Okay. You entered at 324 exactly. Unfortunately, you lost the trade today, right? Yeah, that's probably before, because the trade has already passed that level. That is where we are going now in the next trade, the next training that we are going now, which is the strategy. You understand what we call support and resistance, floor and ceiling. Okay. Okay. So it's possible you enter a trade at the price they ask you to enter, and it still go against you. Yes. Either you enter late, because timing is everything. The time is very important. Okay. Time is very important. All right. I think with that, we can go to the strategy. Messi, can you take us to, okay, this trade is still ongoing. So there's possibility that, what time is it now? 22:03. Sorry, Messi, do you live in Nigeria?
Yes, so I'm in Lagos.
Because I'm looking at the time on your broker. That's why I'm saying this. The time on the broker, or maybe because the market is dead, the time on their whatever is dead as well, because it's showing 2203, which means we are 10:59. Talking about. Anyways, let's. So I think we are done with this one, but we just don't want to wait for this to come forward, because that's like 11:03 now, and that's like some minutes. Let's just look at the chat before we go. Let's look at the chat. Okay, it's almost done. It's almost done. It's 10:59. But we don't even need the trade anyways. Remember, it's a dead market. So let's leave that. Now go to, do you know how to get to Liberty? Go liberty.im. So family. Yes, of course. Yes. I know. One hour lower. Yes. So let's go to the strategy now. Now remember, when you take your trade from the swipe option, it is meant for you to come and input what you have taken from swipe option into this broker. Okay. Now, but one thing, before you now put this into this broker, you hear educators sometimes, they will tell you, confirm with the strategy. If strategy aligns, what do you mean by strategy aligning? That's where we want to go now. So you understand what strategy align means. Okay. So we can go to strategy. Don't worry about this trade. It's not actually a trade. It's just simulated, just like you're playing video games versus real thing. So you go to your browser and type goliberty.com. Hello, are you there? Messi is having a timeout. All right, thank you for coming back. All right, so go to your broker and type. You see, it keeps going up. Very funny market. It's as if it's just looking at us and doing exactly the opposite of whatever we do. So go and type goliberty@im.com on your browser. So guys, this strategy is very important. You pay attention to it. Now it's more technical. I will try as much as possible. Now you need to have a pen and paper, and you need to listen attentively and pray that your network don't throw you out so you can catch this. I will use illustrations to explain better. Okay. First thing first, let me warn you, don't get confused with the lines and all the stuff you'll be seeing. Okay. They are just lines. That's all they are. What is important is knowing what they represent and how to use them. And that is where I come in. Okay. So click on that, goliberty.im. Now put in your password or your username. Now, this is the part where you learn what we use in confirming whether a trade is okay to go in for or to leave them. And when it comes to this one, we're going to be treating three things, or is it three or two? We'll be treating the pointer. Okay, when I say the pointer, you know, there are things you need to look out for that will give you direction whether to take a trade or not, whether a trade is good for you to take or not. Okay, we'll be mentioning them one after the other, and they are different for different order. So let's start with the first one we are seeing there, which is a call. Now, first of all, let me introduce you to this part. Now, this part is called the strategy. And what it does is every trade ideas you are given, you are meant to come to this part to cross-check if the trades are valid enough to take. But unfortunately, because the market is closed, I don't know. The score is not showing. Or can you scroll to the Yeah, it's not showing because it's showing. If it's showing, it's supposed to show beneath that screen. Okay, yeah, it's there. Sorry, thank you. It's there. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. Okay, now let's go. So now, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry about this chart. Don't worry about the lines you see. Okay, I'll just explain some stuff to us, and that will be it. Now, when we talk about price, we talk about prices and all that, right? Now, what represent our prices in the market based on the interval we are studying is what we call the candles. Now, this is especially for those who are new, maybe those who joined today, okay? Or maybe yesterday that have not really studied their videos to that level, okay? Candles. What are candles? Candlestick are just representation of prices in the market within a particular interval, okay? Now, when you say candlestick, all those things you see, can you touch the candles so they will know what the candle is? Just tap and hold on it. It will bring out some lines to show where you are. Those green are those red, blue, and red thick lines you are seeing. Okay, they are called candles. As you can see them coming from the top, going way down. They are called candles. Those things you see there, they are showing you or telling the story of what is going on in the present market of that's between gold and USD, which means gold market. They're telling you how the price is moving within the time frame of 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes in the market, they capture it and put it in the record that, oh, between this 5 minutes, between this time and this time, which is the 5 minute duration, the market was up. When the candle is down and is red, they will tell you that, which means between this time and the next 5 minutes, you understand, the market was down. So that candle tells the story of what is going on in the market within the time frame. Time frame, which means interval, okay? So when we say 11:06 is the time now in Nigeria, okay, the next 5 minutes will be what? 11:11, right? So I want to study the market between 11:06 to 11:11. You get that is what the time frame are. And those time frames are represented in this candle. So the candles you see here, each of them spent 5 minutes to end. They start around 1 minute and end around 5 minutes in terms of capturing the transactions. Okay. Now that's all about candles. So when you see the red candle, it means down. When you see the blue candle, it means price is going up. I hope you're writing this. When you see the red candle, it means prices are coming down. When you see the blue candle, it means prices are going up. Now, that is that. So let's go to the strategy. Now, there are rules that you need to check. Anytime they tell you to take a trade, oh, guys, take call for gold. And this call that you're taking for gold, take it at a particular price. So now, you now wait, and probably you, after waiting for a while, you now saw the price coming to the price they ask you to come in. You now click and then you come in without confirming other factors, whether this is the right time to come in. You may end up losing that trade. But when they give you a price to come in, now before you come in, you come to this strategy to check the scoreboard to see if the score is favorable. If it's favorable, and I'll tell you what favorable means. When you have a 4 and above, when you have 4 points on your score and above, then you take the trade according to our educators. For me, I'm more comfortable with 5 and above. But when the educator tells you 4, then they know what they are saying, okay? 4 and above, okay? Now, can you shift a bit to the left so they can see the score that I'm talking about? You see that right now, the system is telling you to call. So imagine you have been given this particular price, this particular area where this arrow is pointing, that they have been given beforehand to make a call at that point. Now, when you get here, you now see the arrow pointing towards that direction and saying a call. Then you want to check the score. If the call score is high enough, then you want to take a call. And what is high enough? Remember, when it's 4 and above, then it's a good trade. Okay. Now, can you shift to the left so they can see the score? I mean, shift the graph to the chart to the left. Tap on the yes where you are right now. Tap on it and move it to the left. Or click refresh button. Click that refresh button. That curved button that is around those black zigzag stuff at the bottom below the BBB. See the refresh button. Can you click on it? Bring it down a bit lower. All right, good. Thank you. Now let's go. Now, I hope you're all with your pen and paper. Now, for a call, when they give you a call signal, a call trade idea, there are things you look out for. The first thing you want to check is currency strength meter. Currency strength meter. What is currency strength meter? This is a meter that measures the strength of every currency in a pair. So, for example, let's go to a pair. Let's leave gold. Now, you go to what we call the alert panel. The alert panel is at the top right. That thing that have a symbol of a chart at the top right corner of your screen. Top right. That's in the app itself. I mean, I said app, the scanner. Okay. Now look at your right. Can you go to the right and tap that thing that looked like a graph already? And that gave you the sign of a chart. The zigzag sign of a chart in black. Can you go and touch it, please? That's where the alert panel is. Good, thank you. So you see that thing at the left, at the far right, is what we call alert panel. Now this alert panel shows all the trade ideas. You understand? All the trade ideas shows you the strength of each of those pair, and then tells you where to enter from to take the trade. Tells you the trade to take and the instruction and whether to call or put and where to enter from. Okay. So these are the things that you look out for. So when you come here, the first thing is this alert panel. Now let's go to just take a particular pair. But when we take this pair, I want us to take the one that has a very huge gap between each other. I mean, for example, now if you see AUD JPY, AUD is 40 in terms of strength, JPY is 7 in terms of strength. You understand? AUD JPY, as you can see there. Then AUD NZD also is the same, but just that it's not too far away. It's just 2 points away. That is very dangerous. Always avoid that, okay? So if they give you a trade idea and they say, okay, you go for a call, AUD JPY. Now you want to check whether AUD JPY is actually good for a call. How would you now know that? Checking this currency strength meter. So why do you need the currency strength meter? Now, remember I said it's a meter that helps you to measure the level of energy, the level of strength of every currency. Now we have AUD JPY, which means AUD and JPY. And AUD is 40, JPY is 7. When you see, anytime you see the first price, you know, there's always the price, the first price and the second price. The first price is the price of is the currency at the front. The one in the front is always the first price, while the currency behind is the second price. You understand? Now, what they always check is whatever happens to the currency in front is what determines the direction of the market. So if AUD is strong, the market will go what we call call, which is a buy market, which is upward market. Okay, but if AUD is lesser than the former, okay, then you have a downward trend, a downward trade. You understand? You have a downward direction, which means sell or put. So far, if you understand what I'm saying, please, can I just see you put in 7 in the chat box? If you understand this, what I've just explained about current strength meter now, and then the one in front, the one behind, okay, good. 7, good. So anytime you see the first currency having a stronger strength, it means the market is buying, which means it's upward, it's going up, which means bullish. Good. I have all the 7s, good. Now, when you see the first currency in front having a lower strength, then the market is going bearish, which is downward, okay? Which is downwards, and call it bearish. Good. So always focus on the first currency. Good. I like that. 7, good. Now let's click on AUD JPY. Mercy, can you click on AUD JPY? Thank you. Now remember the first thing, write it down. When you are looking for a call, you look for the strength. Now the strength we have here is supporting a call. Okay, so we are looking for a call market now. Okay, so when you are looking for a call market to confirm if this call is actually legit, the point you look out for is what I'm counting now. The first one is the strength, and the strength we have here is 47, which means the first currency is 40 and the second currency is 7. So the first currency is higher. So as it's higher, what do you have? You have a call or a bullish trend. Okay, a buy. Now click on AUDJPY, please. Percy, are you there? All right. After clicking, you go there and touch that thing again that you touched, the alert panel. That make the alert panel to open. That's how to close it. Good. Now we have AUD JPY chart. So can you move to the, push it to the left so we can always see the score, the number after the score. Now, guys, like I said, you have your pen and paper. Can you move this to the left? Move it to the left so we can see the score. No, we can't see the score now. We don't know the number of the score. Messi, are you there? Thank you. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, good. Wow, this is a good one. In fact, this is a perfect one. You see this trade? I can guarantee you now, this trade now, if you take it for 5 minutes, you're going to win this trade. Now, and I'll tell you why. You get it, but that's not the point. Don't worry. Now, guys, what are the things to look out for apart from the call, apart from the strength? Okay. Now, the next thing you look out for is for a call, there must be a green arrow pointing up. That's number 2. There must be what? A green arrow pointing up. So like you see the green arrow there. If you see that green arrow pointing up, then it's a call. There must be a green arrow pointing up. I hope we get that. Number 3. Now, Messi, I'll need you to do me a favor. So come and click on that refresh button at the bottom. So that those candles can be bigger. So everyone be good. Thank you. Wow. You really making my job easier tonight. Now, the next thing you want to check, number 3. Number 3 is there's what we call super trend. There's what we call super trend. What is a super trend? Super trend is a line. Okay, number 2. I said number 2 is the green arrow pointing up. When you see a green arrow pointing up, that is number 2. The green arrow is pointing up, that's number 2. Green arrow pointing up, number 2. Green arrow pointing up, number 2. Now we can see a green arrow pointing up, right? Now, number 3 is super trend. Now, the super trend is this line that you are seeing. Mercy, can you come down? That green line that you are seeing here, before that is before the SBB, SBS something. Super trend. Yes, super trend. Thank you for Sandra. Thank you so much. Can you touch the super trend for us, Messi? No. Don't move. Are you moving? No, you move it back. Super trend is the line, the green line you're seeing, the last green line before the SB, the letters, where you see the SB something. All right, good. Can we all see whether those lines are intersecting? Can you see where they are intersecting? So that is exactly what the super trend is. Now, the work of the super trend is it helps you to tell when the trend is up or is down, when it's upward or is downward trend. Now, when it's upward trend, which is a call, remember we are checking for call. When it's upward trend, which is a call, the line must be below the prices. The super trend will be below the prices. Remember, what are the prices again? Those candles you see, the green, the blue, the red. Why is it even going down? Anyway, sorry, it's a dead market. I almost forgot. Normally it's supposed to go up. All right, the red, the blue candles that we talk about, those are the prices. So if you look at the line now, is it below it or above? If it's below, can you put a 1? If it's above, can you put a 2? In the chat box. Okay. Okay, so meaning we are getting it. Now, it must always be below for a call. It must be below the price. And how do you know it's even below? The moment it's below the price, the color turns green. Now, if you check backward, you see that there are times it will go red, then it turns green, then goes red. So now that it's showing green, it's telling you that's confirmation number 3 that I think this is a good time to buy or to call. But remember, the market is not ready, okay? But these are the signs that we're seeing now, right? Now, the next thing is the EMA. EMA. E for elephant, then man for M for man, then A for apple. EMA. Now, the EMA line is the black line you are seeing that is passing through those lines, the candles that you're seeing there. Now, the EMA, can you touch it? Good, good. Thank you. Can we see the black line that is passing through, the black one? No. Messi, can you move to the top now and touch the black line? Moving across the prices. The black line. Moving across the candles, the red and blue candle. Yes, thank you. Can we all see the black line now? Just look at the intersection of those two lines, the two broken lines. That means that's the black line. Yes. So that's the EMA. That's the EMA. Okay. Now the EMA must be below the prices. Now, if you look at this, now I know where the problem is. If you look at this, is the EMA below, in between, or above? If you look at the EMA now, you know the rule says the EMA must be below the prices, which means they must be good. They must be below the prices, right? But right now, this EMA is cutting through the prices. So with that, that is to tell you that, good. That is to tell you that condition, this condition number 4 is not well met. It's not really accurate. Because if it's a call, if it's good for a call, that EMA must be below, just like the super trend is below. That is condition number 4, right? You write it down. Condition number 4, the EMA must be below the prices. Condition number 5, let's go to condition number 5. Condition number 5 are, you see those lines, there are some lines, there's 2 types of lines we are seeing there. One is red, those short lines, horizontal lines. One is red, the other is green. And you see many of them, plenty of them everywhere. You see some, like you see them green and then red. Red at the top, green at the bottom. Messi, can you touch this line for us so people can see them? Look at the green. First start with the green. Can you touch the green ones? Now, you will notice them, the green ones are always below the prices. As a matter of fact, the prices are always sitting on the green one, while the red ones are the one at the top. The prices are always touching the red one with their heads. That's the top of the candles or the prices is always touching the red, while the bottom of the candle is touching the green. Can you touch this line so we know that people are getting it also? Touch yeah, that's green, you see? And we have many of it there. And if you notice, every time you see a green, you see a price standing on top of it to go up. And every time you see a red, can you go and touch the red? Any red at all? We have a lot of red there. Red line. Anytime you see the line, the red one, you see that the price is touching them with their top, with the head, and then coming down from there. Okay? Now, for a call, the prices must be touching the green upward and go upward like standing on the green. That's for a call. Okay? I hope that is understood. Now, the next one is, that's the condition number 6, right? Now, condition number 7. Condition number 7. Okay, condition number 6, yeah. We have here those letters you see, SB, 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 like that. Now, for a call, the last letter must always be B. B means buy. They are instructions. B means buy, S means sell. So if the order is a call, the
letter must be B. Okay. All right. Now that's condition number 6, right? Now the next one is the black lines you are seeing under those letters S and B. Okay. The black lines you are seeing between the red line and the green line, that's below the SB, SBS, you are seeing those letters. Now the first one is called stochastic. 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 So what is stochastic? I'm trying to spell it here. Stochastic. Can check the group chat. Oh, sorry, I'm sending a direct message. Stochastic. Now, what is a stochastic? The work of a stochastic is to help you to measure the amount of volume of buyers and the amount of volume of sellers. Are we together? So it tells you, oh, how many people are buying and how many people are, so in other words, how many people are calling and how many people are putting in the market. So it helps you to follow, because when you come in as a trader, you don't want to go against the market. You want to go in the direction of the market. So when you get there, you want to study first of all, who has more numbers? Is it those who are calling or those who are putting? So if it's those who are calling, that's the rule number 6 now. If it's those who are calling, the stochastic will be touching the green line, will be at the green line. Okay? It will be at the green line. So for a call, for you to confirm a trade is a call, the stochastic was at the green line, must be at the green line. As you can see now, it's around the green line, right? Then that is it. Then the next one under that looks the same, the similar one is called RSI, relative strength index. RSI. That's the next one there. So make sure you write this thing down. You don't need to cram them. Just make sure you write them down. And all you need to do is always check. Always check if the conditions are met before you take your trade. Okay? RSI. RSI means relative strength index. Relative strength index. Relative strength index. Okay? Now, yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's what I was trying to do. Thank you very much, Nancy. Now, relative strength index. Now, what is this? What does it do? The work of this particular one, or we call them indicators, is to let you know when a particular price has been overbought or oversold. What are the words I use now? Overbought or oversold. Overbought means we have more buyers, okay? We have more buyers buying and they have bought and bought and bought. And every time they buy like that, it gets to a point, they get tired, they have to come to rest, okay? Now, at that point, it's called overbought. A market has been overbought, a particular price has been overbought. Then oversold means they've sold, which is put, you know, and now they are tired, they want to relax or come back to base. So that time, at that point, we call it oversold. Now, for you to do a call, for you to expect as in a call to be accurate, that line, the second line, which is the RSI, must be at the green line. Must be at the green line. Okay? Must be at the green line. And that's the work of the RSI. Okay? It must always be at the green line. So now remember again, the stochastic must be at the green line for a call. The RSI must be at the green line for a call. The letters there must be at the B for a call. Then the lines you see there, which is we call it the floor. Those green lines are the floor. The red line are like the ceiling. You know, when you're in the house, we have the floor, we have the ceiling, right? So the green line are the ceiling, at the floor, while the red line are the ceiling. So the price must come to touch the ceiling to go up. So for a call, it must touch the floor to go up for a call. I mean, it must bounce from the floor to the top
So it must be standing on the floor to go up for a call. Okay. Then the next one is the EMA. The EMA must be below the prices for a call. Then after that is super trend. Super trend must be below the prices for a call. Okay. Then the arrow, the green arrow must be pointing up for a call. Then they check the what's it called? The currency strength meter. The first currency must be higher when it comes to the strength, okay, than the former. Okay. Those are the conditions for a call. Now, what are the conditions for a put? If the other is a put, they are just opposite of the call. Now, I hope you're writing. Number one condition for the put is the first currency must be lower than the second currency. Now, the moment you see that, that means the first currency is weak. So when you see that, then you're expecting the trend to be a bearish. Okay? To be a bearish. You expect the prices to start going down because the strength of the first currency is low, while the second one is higher. Okay? That is the first condition. The second condition is what? That arrow must be red this time around, not green, unlike when it's called. For the sell, it must be green and it's pointing down, not up. Unlike the case of the that's the call. The green arrow must always go up. But when you come for a sell, the red arrow must be pointing down. Okay, that's number two, right? Number three is the super trend must be above the prices this time around, not below. The super trend must be above the prices. Okay, then the EMA, which is the black line across two, must be what? Above the prices. So making how many? Making 5, I'm right. Must be above the prices. That's the EMA and the super trend must be above the prices. Then the lines that we talk about, the ceiling and the floor. Remember, the floor is the guess. Sorry, the floor is the that's the green, while the ceiling is the red, right? So now, for a put this time around, unlike a call, for a put, the price must touch the red line at the top before you take the trade. And if you check all the candles, red and blue, you see that the red are always touching the red line before they start falling down again away from the red line. While the blue, you understand, are quite close. You understand? Now, when they are forming, they stand on the green. You get to go up. So that's that. Now, the next one there is what is it? I think that's all, right? Okay. I said the B. Okay, the B. Talking about the B and the S. The last for a put, the last letter must be S. The last letter must be F, not B this time around. Okay. And also now talking about the stochastic now must be at the red, not the green. Must be at the red, not the green. Then the RSI also must be at the red, not the green. Okay. I hope we get that. Please, if you understand this, can you give me a 5 in the chat box so we can move to the timing, and then we'll now sum everything up so you understand. Okay. If you understand me, can you put a 5? Good. Nancy, good. We have other people. Oh, good. You understand the conditions. Good. Because the next place we're going now, by the time you understand that one, okay, the floor and ceiling isn't clear. Okay. Okay. So the next stage we are going now, if you can understand that, I tell you, you can even take trades yourself on the strategy alone. Okay, knowing what I'll be teaching next, which is called support and resistance. Okay. So and that the good thing about that is, you know, even when the educators are not online or they are not ready or you miss them, you can quickly take your trade for the day, which means achieving your 5% for the day, and then using this strategy because it's made by them. Okay. Now the question is, someone said they don't understand that it doesn't understand the ceiling and the floor. Now, in the marketplace, this is part of the support and resistance that we talk about. Okay. In the marketplace, just like life generally. Let me give you an instance. I think I'm looking for something to use now. Let's say You have a house, okay? Let's say it's a 3-story building or 5-story building. You know, in that house, the floor of the ground floor the person on the ground floor, his own floor will be what he's standing upon, right? But his ceiling will be above his head. That's the one at the top. Now, the irony of it all is this: the guy who is staying a floor above him, that is staying upstairs. So that guy now, that thing that the one downstairs, is claiming as his own floor, okay, is actually, his own ceiling is actually a floor to the guy upstairs. Do you understand? So when it comes to price, anytime there's a reversal on prices, that place will create either ceiling or floor. Now, depending on the direction. So if the price is going up now, let's say, as you can see those candles, if you notice the way they move, their movement is always like going up, and then be stopped by one line, one area. Okay. And then when they are stopped, they become like stocked. And what happens? They return backward because they are on their way up, and they are being stopped by the red line that no, they cannot go, you cannot go. And they're like, okay, take it. That's okay, let them go and prepare and come back again. So going to prepare means they are coming down. Okay, coming down means they are coming down to gather more momentum, liquidity, more money to go back to buy. Okay, now when they come down, everybody know that the moment they meet an obstacle on the way and that obstacle send them down, is an opportunity for some people to join on their way up. Hope you understand what I'm saying now. So for every time a price is returned by the ceiling, which is the red, it goes down until it finds another floor that will send it backward. So it's like you are playing island ball or table tennis. Okay. So it comes to you, you eat it, it goes to the other guy, he eats it and all that. They keep passing it to themselves. That's how the ceiling and the floor are being created with prices. So all these prices you're seeing, when they get to the top, on their way to the top, when they are being stopped by the red one, they return back until they get stopped by the green one, and then they return back. They keep going back and forth, back and forth. Okay. So the ceiling is the ones at the top, while the floor is the one at the bottom. Now, this ceiling, for anything to go up, they must bounce on the floor. If you want to, like if you're playing basketball now, if you want to dunk, make a dunk, or you want to just do a flying dunk, you need to put force on the floor. You need to apply force on the floor to make you jump up. Okay? Unlike if you're trying to come down, you need a force from the top or a ceiling to make you come down, isn't it? So that's what the floor is and the ceiling is. I hope you understand at least at this stage, to this stage. Okay. All right. Now, so now that we know the conditions for, okay, thank you very much, God. Thank you. So now that you know the condition for call and the conditions for put, the last thing that you need to know on these conditions is timing. Timing. What is timing? Now, 15, I call it 15 is golden. 15 is golden. 15 minutes is actually the normal standard time. Okay. Yes, even consolidation. The only difference between, okay, in as much as I don't want to make this class more technical, okay, but I'm just answer this one, okay? For those of you who are wondering, what is consolidation? Consolidation is when the price is not going the way up or the way down, but it's just bouncing up and down within a particular zone. Okay, that is what consolidation means. It means it's just moving up and down within a particular zone. Okay, yes, but within that zone, it's still going up and down. So what is stopping it from on the way up? Because it's that same thing. Okay, it's that same thing, which is the red line, the ceiling, is what will send it back down, and then the back down would say no, I won't give up on that, and then they keep going up and down. That's consolidation, right? So let's just leave that for the newbies. I want them to understand this better. Okay. Now I was talking about timing. Okay. Timing is very important. Now it is said that 15 minutes is the most golden time in trading, especially when it comes to binary trading, which is a turbo trading, which is a type of trading you do in very few minutes, right? Okay, so 15 minutes is golden. So what that means is this. Number one, it's always good when you check all these things now and they align, or when you say align, which means at least you are seeing the call score from 4 and above. Like I said, you know, we mentioned about 8 stuff, you know, 8 conditions for both sides, right? Now, this condition you get that we are seeing, the moment they are met, you also want to now round it up by looking at the time. Anything from o'clock, when I say o'clock, which means like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, like that, any o'clock, 1 hour, hourly, every hour is a good time to take a trade. So imagine if your point is showing a higher score, like 6 we have here, now colliding with the time, like colliding with either 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You understand? Any o'clock is always good to take a trade. The next time that is good to take a trade is what? 15 minutes after o'clock. So 1:15, 2:15, 3:15, 4:15, 5:15, 6:15, 7:15, 8:15, 9:15, and so on and so forth. Okay. Then after that, if you miss that one, another time that is good to take a trade also is what? 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. You know, any 30 minutes after o'clock. Then we have 45 minutes. Any 45 minutes after o'clock. Okay. And that is exactly what the timing is. So now when you have okay, Messi is no more online. I saw the network throwing her out. Please, if you are there, please let us have you so we can understand. So when we talk of timing, when you see that you come to this, when you go to this scanner and you type in the what's it called? The trade, you type in what you want to trade, okay? Now, the moment that happens, you will now look at the time, the score. If the score is favorable, like from 4 and above, and the time is like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 1:15, 2:15, 3:15, or 1:45, 2:55, 3:55, then most likely you have 80% chance of winning that trade. You take it at that moment. That will be your winning trade. You understand? You understand the timing now, right? Now, what happens if everything aligns? You see like maybe 5 or 6 and there is no time. You understand? That's the timing is not close to maybe 15 minutes, not close to 40, that's not close to 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 1 hour. So what happens? You take that trade, but you take it now with a lower risk. So even if, let's say you are using 12% of your, 3% of your account before, at such trade, you can decide to use 1%. Okay? That is about timing. So always check when your trades are aligned, check the time. Is it 2 o'clock? Is it 3 o'clock? Is it 2:30, 2:15, 3:15, and all that? They are very important to know. Okay. Messi, are you back? Oh my God. Please, if you understand this last explanation about timing, can you just give me a 5? If you understand this last part, this particular one, the timing. Please give me a 5 if you understand. All right, thank you. Okay, good. We have quite a number of people who understood that part. Okay, Messi is back. Thank you, Messi. Not thank God is back. She's back. She's back. Guys, sorry, it's a long one. You know, we are crashing about 3. See, I used 3 days to teach this to newbies. Okay, the first time I teach them the swipe option and the broker. The second day I teach them the strategy and the points, that's the strategy and the timing. The third day I teach them support and resistance. And with the moment you know these 3, I tell you, you meet your daily goal, which is 5%, or maybe yours is 8%. Yeah, depending. All right. So let's go to any pair. Now we want to move to, we have done the timing now. We want to move to support and resistance. Now, guys, I want to tell you something. Apart from the fact that, okay, let's say when you come, like I said before, when you are given a trade idea and they give you the time, okay, and they give you the time, 5 minutes or 15 minutes, and they give you the price to enter. What do you do when you get strategy? Simple. You can come here and pick horizontal line. Now, Messi, can you pick the horizontal line on the tools? Now, for those of you who are new, I would advise you go to check what's it called? You need to go to watch your videos at your back of it so you know what how to use all these tools and all the, like trading view and all that. Okay. But anyways, Messi, can you go to the see those those tools on your left where you have something like a line before something like look like a fork. Okay. Now take the line before that fork, something like a rake. Can you touch the pick that line? Touch it. The one that is like a line on the tools on your left, far left of the screen. Oh, she left again. Guys, please, you have to bear with us for the network issue. Okay. I know it's not easy staying this long, but at least if it's going to give you value, like I said from the beginning, if 4 months is what it takes, if all of this is what it takes for you to have your final freedom, for me, I'll do it over and over again. Okay. Thank you, Mercy. Sorry for the network issue. Now, go to, yeah, click on the line. No, not that. See, on your left, those line on the left. Yeah, just click. All right, good. See that line? You see something like look like a plus sign, like a cross sign. Then after that cross sign, the next line under it are the two sides. On your left. No, the next one. Yes. Now look at horizontal line. Click on horizontal line. The one that says that has the name horizontal line. Pick the line. All right, good. Drop it anywhere. Just look for any price. Good. You can drop it there. Now you see, yeah, click it. Tap the screen. It will drop a line. Drop. Good. Can we all see the line? Now make it thicker. If you look at the top there, you will see those two boxes at the top where you have the a pen showing the color that you chose for that line. Now the next thing is the thick. You see the thickness of the line. I want you to come and change it to the one after that, so we can see the line clearly. At the top there, you see something like a pencil on top of the blue stuff. Right, that blue. Yeah, where you have that blue line. Yes, now not the color. Now the next thing after that, click on the next one after that, where you have the line, just the line, not the color. Yes. Oh yeah, take the number 2. Click on the number 2 after the one you are on now. Good. Thank you very much. You're making my job so easy. God bless you. Now, so guys, as we can see, let's say the price you were given was 35988. All you need to do is what? You pick that line and you look for 35988 like we have here, like Mercy has just done. Okay, you put the line there. So you'll be able to monitor. Now, as soon as the price gets to that line, you do according to what your educator asks you to do at that point of price, okay? That is what you need to do. And now, another thing is when you put that line there, before the price gets to that line, you'll be checking out the activities, okay? You'll be checking out the activities. What are the activities you're looking out for now? You want to be sure that this price that they gave you, which you have already put a line to it, so you can know when to get there. You want to check the score, whether the score is supporting this activity. Okay, so that is that about the line and the price they give you from swipe option. Okay, now the part I want to talk about is the part where we talk about resistance support. Now, for those of you who have been on the Mike Kevin Moore and the Onodikwe's session. Hello. Hello. Yeah. So on those sessions, you see that sometimes they do some charting system, throw these lines here and the other line there. So you can use those things to keep your trade, right? Now, that is a very good way of doing this. But in the end also, you know, in the end, it is important you understand why they do that, which of course you can do on this strategy alone without even using the trading view. Now, I'm not saying using the trading view is bad or following the trend which they are following is bad. I'm only saying from me, I think, that I think that knowing which point a price will get to and then return is very important. That will help you to always take trades on your own. And with the help of the scan the score. When the scoreboard gives you 4, after your charming or after your after studying the chart, and then you take it an entry point. Okay, and it gives you 4, and it's working around 11:45, 11:30, 11:12. You understand? Then that will be a great win. Okay, at least a high hold for that one, that like you have a bigger percentage for that to winning that trade. Okay. Now I want to just show us just the basic of support and resistance, so we don't have to take time this night. So because I want to entertain questions before some questions before we close finally. Okay. Now, guys, I want to show you how you can take trades on this place by yourself if the market is right. Okay. Now, first thing you want to know is what we call support and resistance. Support and resistance is talking about ceiling and floor, which I talked about before. Okay, the support is the ceiling. So the support is the floor, while the red is the ceiling. Okay. Now, if you want to take trade on this app, first you want to check possible areas where price will get to and then return. And the only way you can get that is by looking at the history of the prices. You want to know how many points prices reversed at a particular time. Okay. And then also, hello. All right. So now to do this, it could have been better on the system so we can all see this very clearly. Now, what you need to target. Yes, resistance is the ceiling. That was what I said. While the support is the floor. So the support is the floor. The support is the green line, while the resistance is the red line, the ceiling. Okay. Now, like what we said before, a green line for a support, the price always stand on top of it to go up, right? While the red line is always come down from it as a resistance. Now, for you to know the next place where prices will go and then reverse like that, you now need to put line in the ones that you have the previous stops for prices, depending on whether you are going up or coming down. Now, what would not determine whether you are targeting up or down? What will determine that is the direction of the market they ask you to look out for. For example, if the strength meter is saying to buy or to call, what you'll be looking for is you'll be looking for a floor. You'll be looking for all the floors. So meaning for you to buy, you buy at the floor. For you to sell, you sell at the ceiling. So you always start from the floor, because if you don't start from the floor, then there won't be alignment in terms of the prices. You understand? And then that trade will not be valid enough to take. So now, how do we now choose support and resistance? Now, the rules are simple. Number one, you need to always zoom in. Okay, zoom in means on the phone is somehow it's kind of difficult on the phone for most people who don't know how to use Android and chat. Zoom in, zoom out. That's zoom out. Yeah, zoom out. You zoom out, which means you push in the chart. You want to see more of the chart on one page. So with the phone or mobile phone, you use your hand to pinch the screen. So it will shrink a bit, the candles, okay? Then if you want to expand, of course, you pinch it up. Hey, good. What you are doing right now exactly is good. It's okay. All right, good. Now, how do you now choose a point of interest or point where price is reversed? I told you, simple. Just look at the past. Where are those parts where the price is reversed? I tell you, in the future, you always see the same thing happen again, repeat itself. Are we together, right? Now, I'll give you an instance. How many of you have traveled on a bad road before? Now, when you see a bad road, what leads to that bad road? Let's say there's a smooth road, then maybe too much heavy-duty trucks are passing that road, which, of course, they're not supposed to. Maybe the road is not meant for heavy-duty, right? Based on the way they constructed it. Now, when these heavy-duty vehicles are passing, let's say they passed this place in 2021, and they keep passing. And as they pass, what happened? The roads start getting bad. You start having bad spots here and there, bad spot at the junction, a very deep bad spot, like that, right? Now, which happened last year, 2021. Now you will now notice that in 2022, cars that will be passing that same road, so long it's not repaired, cars that will be passing that same road, they will be having the same issue with the road as those before them. And they will be having it at that same spot. Those people had their own too. You know why? Because there's a pothole at a particular spot that happened in the past. But because it's not repaired and it's still there, anyone who wants to walk through that path, you understand, will pass through that same hole. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, that is how to explain price action. It is called, this thing I'm explaining now is called price action, which means whatever that has happened in the past always repeat itself in the present. Okay? Now, that's how we use or we predict what will happen when it comes to support and resistance strategy. Now, if you see this blue line, if you trace it backward, you see that it has acted in the past before as a resistance, meaning it has stopped some prices from going up, and also it has acted like what? Am I okay? I just want to be sure if I'm not alone, right? Okay. So when you put now, how to know that now is when you put a line, you want to check that line. Number one thing you want to check is areas where are obvious. You don't need to look for levels like that. Anywhere you see that prices are being stopped, major ones, you put a line. Like where Messi put this line now, you see that there's a price that was stopped there. There was a price that was stopped there on his way up. It got stopped there and then travels downwards. That is one area, okay? Another thing is you want to check how many times it has been touched in the past. The more it has been touched in the past, the more interesting that point is. Okay, the more assurance that the present price will come there and also do the same thing. And when you know that, you now wait at that point to take your trade at that point, depending on what you are going for. Okay? Are we together? All right. Guys, I want to show you something now. Okay, right now, Messi, can you do me a favor? Do the same thing. Get that line. Okay, or first of all, let's use the same line. Can you trace this line to the back? Just move the screen to the right, and then we keep looking at the line to the back one. Are you there, Messi? Can you push the screen to the right? Oh, she's off. Okay, you know what we'll do, guys? The time is fast spent. Okay, for those of you who have been around for a while, I know you understand this to this point. Okay, because she's off again, and then I don't know, by the time she'll be back, maybe too much time and all that. Now, what we'll do is this, I think we're gonna have okay, someone want to share. HPO, yeah, you can share, yeah. Okay, Messi is back. Messi is back. Okay, all right, don't worry. I want us to do this. And what I'm telling you now, some of us are already doing this. And they're already getting results. You know, when we've done this training like almost like twice, you know, and they are doing it. In fact, let me tell you, in this academy, someone actually started 18th of July. Okay, our account started trading 18th of July. He started with 154 USD. And today, making 2nd of July. Oh, it's not today. Is it today again? Okay, a few minutes to tomorrow. Right. Today, making 2nd of August 2018, she developed that account from 154 to $627. And that's not all. Because of our results, okay, it attracted 2 persons, which she didn't have to work on for too long. In fact, she didn't even work on them. She only shared our results with them. Okay. And they were so interested, they signed up last month, in that last month, okay, which is, and what am I saying? They signed up last week, 2 of them, and she used them for 2, and she used that package, that qualified her for the scholarship, you know, where you get 2 persons. So that she used that for the scholarship program, which gave her free subscription for this month. Now look at that, all these benefits. And do you know when this person came in, do you know her goal? When we were discussing, she told me, she said she wants to make her salary in a week. Her monthly salary, she wants to make it in a week. And guess what? She actually did it in a week. Or let's say, okay, barely a week and 3 days. Okay. Now, the question is, how was she able to get from 154 to 627? This is exactly what she did. Taking trade from swipe option, taking it from the educators, especially Odotipe and Kemri Moore. I always tell her that, see, you don't have to take from, only take from people of like strategies that you are using. Okay? But because when you take from different strategy, you take Millie Mills, you take Ivan Cabra, you take all of these people, you see, you can make money in the morning and then lose it in the evening, and they make money, back and forth, back and forth. But you have to be focused and steady and be able to look away, which is the definition of discipline. Okay. So don't worry, you will. Yeah. So this is how you do it. So what I told her to do, which is she's not the only one. In fact, these people are on this platform. There are some of them are here now. Not only her. In fact, I have the other man. He will just take trades and then send it to me and tell me that, oh, you see what I've done this morning with the strategy. And then he's done. They are done. Do you know the good part? In the morning, they're already done with their trading. They don't trade again throughout the day. They just learn. And they'll tell you they are done. I made a video of the lady, and I posted on like my social media and all that. People started like asking that how they like to, just the testimony. And the testimony is not just showing the amount she made, it's showing the amount and our conversation, which of course, it was not a pre-planned stuff, right? So this thing works. I mean, it's so powerful, but just that we need to focus and then take it. So let me go back to the training, just to say this to give you the hope and make you to really take this seriously. Okay. Now you need to learn how to check levels, how to take zones, how to take levels. So oh, mercy, why is that when I want to get to that part, palm, then she disappears. Okay, guys, I think what we'll do, this is what we'll do. Let us do it this way, okay? This part, okay, she's back again. And it's 12 midnight. All right, Mercy, you're welcome. Sorry, I know it's network, it's not your fault, but no problem. We're almost done, okay? She's back, yes. Now, guys, so what we are saying is this. All you need to do is knowing how to look for a key levels. What are key levels? Any level where you see a real price reversal, like where Messi put this line now, you see that the price from the blue side was on its way up and then touches that part and then start coming down. In the past, it has happened like that. And then went up again and then came down, woke up. Guess what? In the present now, right now, as I speak to you, when this price that is coming up now, as you see, that this price is about coming up again, the price that's .1900 is now 2000. So as it's going up, it is for sure that when it gets to 9780, the price will still come back down. Okay, still come back down. Now, for Messi, now putting that line there, she can as well wait for the price at this 780 for herself. But when does she take the trade? Is it when the price gets to that line? No, she takes the trade only if, as the price is about getting close to the line, okay, and the strategy gives a score, and the score is from 4 and above for a call, for a put, because that's for a put. Because if a line is at the top and you are being stopped to come down, that is a put, okay. So you'll be waiting for that in the front, okay. That's the line there. You'll be waiting there to expect the price to come there and then come down. So at that area, you can now take put. But before you take put, remember, you will look for those conditions for a put, which is number one, of course, the strength of the first currency must be what? Must be lower to the second currency. Number two, the red candle must be pointing down. You see, the what's it called? The super trend must be above. The EMA must be above. Then the lines, both the ceiling and the floor. This time around, it must be the ceiling, which is the red line. Price must be touching that to come down. Then we have the B and this S. It must be showing S, which is sell at that point. Then also we have the stochastic and the RSI, which they must be aligning. They must be at the red line. Okay. Now, when 4 out of all of these conditions, at least 4, minimum 4 to 5 is being considered. So when you have the call score showing 4 or 5, plus you now have the right timing. Let's say it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1:15, 2:15, 3:15, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, or just, like any of those 15 minutes interval time. If you add that to the score and the line that you have drawn, I tell you, take that trade. You have 70 to 80% chance of winning that trade. And you can imagine how many times can you take a trade like this on different pairs, on this strategy alone by yourself, so long you know what the levels are several times. So in a day, now I want to round up this way. Don't worry. After today, we're going to be taking only support and resistance another day. So you have enough time to understand what it means. And by then, I hope somebody will be sharing their laptop, a PC, so we can really see it better. Okay? All right, good. Now, I want to round up by pushing everything together so you understand what we're saying. Guys, imagine how many trades do you need in a day? Okay, first of all, let's talk about how to achieve your 90 days game plan. Number one is, of course, you must be subscribed to enjoy all this, like to have the access to this and the swipe option and this the strategy and the educators and all that. Now, what are the things you need to achieve these 90 days? Number one, you need to have a subscription. Number two, you need to have your account funded, which is your broker funded. Now, talking about funding your broker, for me, let us be realistic, okay? I know people, like, you may not have, let's say some people may not have enough funds, like maybe they don't have even like some don't even have like as much as 100 USD, okay? Which is not bad, because see, in life it's good to start from where you are with what you have. But the problem with that, when you are starting with lower money, is it's not bad. You can start with any amount you want, even $20 if you like, but you have to be disciplined to know the consequence. Like, if I'm starting with $20, remember, Messi, I think this time around, can you share your calculator? Because I like figures very well. Let's go to your calculator. The calculator, okay? Because this is important. I want us to look at this. This is where we are going. See, your goal in mind. I want you to put that goal in mind there. When you keep remembering where we are going, I swear you will never mind where we are or how we are doing, or you understand all the obstacles, all the challenges that you're facing now. And even whenever you remember where we're going, it will help you to discipline yourself so you will not do what you're not supposed to do. Messi, can you please share your calculator? Oh my God. Please, are you there? Okay. Can somebody else please share their screen or the calculator? Or maybe. All right, don't worry, guys, don't worry. I think that's calculator part. Let me just do the sharing. Okay. Okay, someone want to do that? Okay, good, because that will help the participation. Okay, can you do that, please? Yes. So let's. All right, share your own screen now. Or better still. Okay, all right, ready? Share. Please, can you go to calculator? I want us to see this, okay? Because the remaining 29 people, I want us to get value before we go today. Calculator. All right, good. Now, let's say you have $50. Okay. Can you type $50 there? Now, the rule says if you want to succeed in anything Forex, you must always follow this. You can only invest 1 to 3% of your account. So what is the 3% of $50? That is 0.03. Can you type multiply by 50? So meaning for every trade you take, you must only use $1.5. Okay. Now, meaning for the $50, you use $1.5. Now, when you use $1.5, right? Now, remember, the brokers, we have the one that pays 70%, 75%, 80%, and the rest of them, right? But the minimum has always been 60%. So let's say, let's always go for the worst case scenario. Let's say you're being paid 60%. How much is 60% of this 1.5? So multiply this by 0.6, Mr. David. Multiply 1.5 by 0.6. So your profit on every trade is 0.9, which is 90 cents. Now, remember, that's the first rule. 3% is all you can use. Now, the problem here is this. Most of us, we want to have huge profit, because this is actually sometimes annoying. You're like, that how long, of which, of course, talking about timing is not really that far, no matter how small. But the problem is, do you have the will? Do you have the strength, to withstand the horror of seeing this small profits while others are making huge profit, right? Now, this is where temptation comes in, and then you want to over leverage, despite the fact that you're using $50. Now, you'll be thinking of using $10 so you can get more. And then what happens? You blow your account and destroy the whole 90 days game plan, and then you'll be wondering what will happen. Now, if you know you don't have that kind of app, like me, I can't survive that. I will blow my account because like it will be painful to me. But seeing 0.9 cents when others are making dollars, and not even about others. Like me, I'll be wondering when am I going to get close to my goal? Okay. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to use amount $50, but make sure you are disciplined enough to follow through and use only what you're supposed to use, which is 3%. Okay, that is it. But then let's go to the real deal. I'm going to be sharing my my own screen now. Okay, let me just share my screen so to make this time worthwhile, because this is almost like let me share. Okay, now imagine, I want you to, this is what I want you to focus on. Imagine you start your account with 100 USD. Okay, your goal is what? To invest only to risk only 3% on every trade idea. So if you have AUD CHF, use 3%. If you have AUD JPY, use 3%. If you have AUD USD, you have 3%. If you have USD JPY, 3%. So now the 3% of that, of course, is $3 on every trade. Now that is your goal for as per risk. Then as per profit, how much would you make in a day? Which will, of course, where you stop trading. How much do you make in a day that makes you that you set as your goal for the day? You understand? Where you stop trading. Okay. So you choose, like for me, I always recommend 5% to avoid over trading. Because see, it's not about how much money you make in a day, it's about the long-term goal, the 90 days game plan. Okay. So what is the 5% of $100? That is $5. So which means for every time you risk your $3, okay, the broker pay you, let's say, minimum of 60%, you make 1.8 USD. Now, the moment your profit is up to $5 on that 100 USD, you can stop trading for the day and do other things, prepare, learn, and all that. That's how to go. Don't get greedy and want to continue trading, and then you trade at another best session, you trade at millimil session. Only you will go to this session and then go to all the sessions, and then you make money here, you lose it there, you make money here, you lose it there. You know, it doesn't make sense. But the moment you get to your $5, what do? You stop trading. So how many trades like this would you take for you to make $5? Let's say like 3. So meaning with 3 trades, you are done for the day. Now, the question is, if you add another pairs to Remo to swipe option and now add this strategy to it, you may end up having more money than even 5% at the end of the day. Right? Now, what is the goal? What is the goal? The goal is the 90 days, right? So let's look at the 90 days again. Of course, we all are used to this already, right? We all are used to this already. Okay. But then I want to come with the different narrative now. Okay. Sorry. Oh. Sorry, please. Guys, I want you to stay with me. Okay. We're almost done. Stay with me. Stay with me. I want to show you something. I want to show you something magical. Of course, it's something probably you have an idea before, but you know, just need to emphasize this part. Where is it? Where is the compound daily thing? Okay, don't worry, let me just do it. All right. I want you to focus on this. Now, let's say $100, okay? Let's say someone uses $100 and your target is to make at least 5% of your profit every day, 5% on your balance. And you're doing this for 90 days or 30 as you want, but it's 90 days we're looking at, right? 90 days. And reinvestment rate, which means you're not deducting anything, right? You're just going straight 90 days without withdrawing, okay? So every money you make, you return it back the next day to the account, which forms your new balance, okay? Compounding, right? That's what we call compound, right? No weekend involved. Okay, let's say today, being 3rd of August, 2022, you're starting. What do you get in 90 days? Remember, we get how much? You get 8,075 and 73 USD, which when you deduct the amount you started with, you have 7,973. But for me, I always say this, let's say worst case scenario, calculating the days of losses, the day maybe you don't meet up personally and all that. Let's put all that together and say even at the end of that, at the end of this whole thing, 90 days, you have $5,000 from $100. Of course, we know it's a big money, right? Now, I want to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest, okay? So I'm going back to the class now, checking this out. Now, please, A, if you're going to be withdrawing that 5,000 to celebrate at least that, oh, I've met my 90 days game plan. And of course, you know that you have a lot of things to do. That was why you started that race already. So if you're withdrawing the 5K and sort out all the things you want to sort out, put A. Okay. If you will leave your 5K and make it your new balance, put B. I mean, in the chat box. In the chat box. Right, let's get to it fast. A, if you're going to withdraw and sort out all the reasons why you came in the first place, of course, we came in for a reason, right? Put A. If you're going to leave the what's it called? The 5,000 as a new account balance, put B. Good. Good. Now, I want to share, you won't withdraw at all. Good. Okay, you won't withdraw all. Partial withdrawal, okay, good. A, we have A, we have B, we have A, we have B. Okay, I'm going to bust your bubble. Now, you know, in life, when we, just like the parable of the sower, or talk about the parable of the pipeline, I don't know if you've heard of the stories before, right? We draw 4,000 and leave 1,000. Good. Now, I'm going to ask two questions now. So let's say we have the group A. One person representing group A. Group A, both those who withdraw half, who withdraw full, who will draw both partial or 4,000, or, you know, all of you, let's say you fall to group A. All withdrawals fall to group A. So one man is representing group A. Now, no withdrawal, having a new balance of that money you just made are in group B. One person is representing group B, okay? Now, let's not talk about these two persons. And I want to ask you at the end of it, which of them would you like to be? Group A, the guy who withdraws, of course, settles things with $5,000 and he will be happy and fulfilled. And that would ginger him, talk about this academy and probably build his IBU and make more money, blah, blah, blah. Good. Group B, the guy representing them, did not withdraw anything. Probably may still remain broke at the time, right? Because he didn't want to withdraw, right? But why is he not withdrawing? Let's look at what he's doing. This guy wants to have a new balance of $5,000. Now, why? He knows that if he has a $5,000 as his new balance, his 3% now will be what? How much? 3% will be 150 USD. Now, let's say he earns 60% on every, which is the worst case scenario. That's the minimum, right? We earn more than that, right? Most times 75 and all that. But let's take the worst case scenario. So let's say he earns 60% on every $150 he puts in. He's going to be making $90. Right. Now, this guy takes about how many trades in a day? It takes about 3 to 4. Let's say it takes 3. He makes $270 every day. Now, I want to compare. Mr. B, he has the opportunity of withdrawing these $270 every day without touching the 5,000. While Mr. A has withdrawn his own 5,000 to sort out issues. Mr. B decides to be paying himself $270 every day, Monday to Friday. Okay, which is continuous, right? While Mr. B will use his 5,000 to do something great, buy a land, whatever, buy a house if he can, buy a plane, but something that is good for him, that is fulfilled with. Now, I want to ask you, Mr. B, who is making $270 every day, paying himself $270 every day, which of course in 5 days, that's about 1,350, and in 1 month, that is about 5,400. Now, I want to ask this question again. Which of you would like to be Mr. A, and which of you would like to be Mr. B? If you are Mr. A, can you type A? Mr. B, can you type B? Mr. A, the one who withdraws his 5,000, take care of all the issues, look good, buy a car, buy a house, start a business, whatever. Mr. B, the one who leaves his 5,000, meanwhile making the 5,000 to pay him $270 every day, amounting to 5,400 every month, continuously for life, as long as he has his balance. Everybody, Mrs. B, I like that. Mrs. B, this is exactly the goal. Now, guys, I want to tell you the goal now. Let me now do something great for you. Now, the goal is after your 90 days, you become free forever. Number one, you have a new balance of 5,000. Number two, you make about 5,000 every week. Sorry, every month, right? But now let me not tell you the best part, the juicy part that you like, which will serve the purpose of those who like to withdraw and those who don't like to withdraw. And yet, both of you can do withdrawal and still be rich, very rich, even after the 90 days. You know, now let me show you. Now, let's say this is your new balance, 5,000. I want you to focus on this. Now, it's still doing the 5%, still doing another 90 days on the 5,000. But this time around, you are not doing 100% reinvest. You are withdrawing 50% of every profit you make every day. You're only keeping 50% for the 90 days. Okay? Now, see the magic. You'll be surprised what we can see. No weekends, as usual, and you're starting on, let's say, the same date. Now, what do you get? You'll be shocked. You see, making money is not really difficult. But having the discipline to play through and do the right thing is always the problem. Now, see what happens. I will analyze this to you. If you do another 90 days, using the new balance as 5,000, this time around, withdrawing 50% of every time you make. So meaning every time you make $270, the first day, you withdraw half of $270 and use it for everything you want to do. Okay? But next day, remember, I'll show you the breakdown now. So what happens at the end of 90 days? At the end of 90 days, your new balance will be $82,000, 288. And you would have withdrawn, within that 90 days, you would have withdrawn $41,144, which you would have used to buy anything. You know, this one can buy you a land or even buy you a house. So you see, so all those withdrawals you do for 90 days will have amounted to $41,144. Yet, you'll still be having balance remaining after those withdrawal. You still be having balance remaining of 82,288. Do you get? Which means your money grew, you understand, by $46,144 after withdrawal. Do you get? Now, tell me, you'll be rich by withdrawing, yet you still be rich in your balance just by leaving your 5,000 as the balance and withdrawing only 50% of your money. What does that mean? Let's look at the breakdown. This is your first month. This is your first day, sorry. You had your 5,000. So your first day, your 5,000, the profit you make on your 5,000 for 5% is $250, right? But the cash you withdraw out of the $250, you withdraw $125. Can we all see this? You withdraw $125 and you keep $125. So your principal becomes $5,125 the first day. The second day, the 5% of 5,125 is what? Is 256. You withdraw what's it called? 253. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you withdraw 253 and leave 253 as the balance for that should be added to what you have before. You understand? So this second day you have 253. So let's focus on what you have as in your withdrawal. Third day you have 384. Fourth day you have 519. You can imagine. Let's go to day 30th. I mean your withdrawal. Day 30th. This is the 11th. Let's go to 30th day. That's the 30th day. You know, this is actually exciting. And let me tell you, it is possible, it is doable. And I will show you why it is doable and possible now. Okay, sorry, 30th day. I'm taking your time, but it is worth it. By your 30th day, you would have withdrawn $5,487 by your 30th day. Your new balance will have been $10,487 by your 30th day. And then by your 90th day, let's go to the end. By your 90th day, you would have withdrawn a total cash of $41,144, and your principal would have been $46,144, which is total of what? 82,200 and something. Now, guys, do you know what this means again? This means another 90 days, a new balance of 46,144. I know some of you saying, no, this guy is crazy, right? Yes, I am. Now, the question now is this. How long does it take to achieve all of this? Maximum 8 months. Your first 90 days gives you $5,000, which is, let's say, give or take 4 months. The next one give you another $40-something thousand, which is 8 months. Now, the question I want to ask you is this. If someone asks you to start working on the project this year, 2022, saying that by 2023, which is 3 years from now, you'll be having $40-something thousand every month. Would you do that project? A, if you will do that project. B, if you reject it because 3 years, 2023 is too far from here. Remember, if someone asks you to start a project right now, which you will not earn money on, but guarantee that after by 2023, that project will be yielding you $40,000 every month for life. Okay. A, if you take that kind of project. B, if you neglect it as saying that 2023 is too far. You see, A. Now, that is from now to 2023, which is about 2 years plus from now, right? Okay, sorry, a year plus from now. Good. Now, how much more if all you need is 8 months? What am I saying? 5 months to be free, 8 months to be double free. Wouldn't you just do it? You understand? Do it and give it all it takes. Now, the question is this possible? It is possible. It is super possible. Okay? I share digital. I don't understand what that means anyway. Now, it is possible. Do you know why? The reason why I'm saying it's possible is because I did it with this lady. I told you I did it with another person in the group, about 3 of them, and they are moving on at the pace. Now the question is, moving it. Thank you. One of them is already saying it's possible. This is one of them that I'm talking about. I'm not pointing, but he's there. Look at his chat. He's saying it's possible that we did it together, right? Now, you see, the thing is this. If you move this account, it's only discipline that will stop you from continuing this, right? But if you put it in place, I tell you, this is your key to the freedom. Are you not tired of all this nonsense happening in this country, economically, politically, spiritually, religious-wise, insecurity, all those things? If you become rich, if you do this, you can buy. See, let me tell you, gone are those days when people only travel to work abroad before so they can get citizenship. Have you heard about citizenship by investment? Do you know that if you have about $100,000, $150,000, you and your entire family, just $150,000, you can buy a real estate, you can buy a property, or invest in government bonds in any Europe country or any developed country. And before you leave Nigeria, your passport will be made and sent to you as you are going there as a citizen, not to go and work. Not to go and work before you do all those long process of maybe going to school, getting residency permit. No. You can buy your citizenship just by investing in a particular country. You can live anywhere in the world. And when you live there, you're not living there to go and work. You are staying behind your system and making $10,000, $5,000, $20,000, in a month, in a week. But this is the beginning. And it's high time you do it once and for all. Stop doing and quitting. Quit and do. You waste more time. You add more time to it. If you were to spend 4 months to become financially free and you do 1 month and you quit, you are just increasing the time you need to make it. Okay. All right. So that is my cue for you tonight. So if you have any question, please you can ask me. I'd like to know. Oh, okay. All right, don't worry. All right. Yeah, any question? We can call it a night. All right, let's call it a night. See, we are all members of the same group. So anytime, any question, you can post on the main group and they'll always be willing to answer you. But don't worry, we're going to be doing this resistance, what's it called? Support and resistance training. I'll discuss with Coach Manuela. We'll fix a date for that. And a date very soon. So we can all be good at the strategy. And but the moment you know how to take the strategy, or you need to be disciplined because it can be tempting. When you know that you can do the trade yourself and you take the trade and you win, you want to continue doing it until you lose the money, right? No, so when we get to that part, we'll cross the bridge, okay? It's nice hanging out with you guys tonight, especially all of you that stayed to the end. God bless you all. Top is where we belong, and let's start flying. Remember the name Trailblazer, right? Let's do what has never been done before. Even if it has been done before, let's do it again. Congrats, guys, as we step to the top. Thank you, and good night. Yeah, you too.